Good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Order Arcana. I'm here, as always, with Ansley. We're glad she was here. We thought she was going to miss tonight. Seth is here, Tila's here, and Matt. I am Wes, your Dungeon Master. And before we get started, just want to throw a little shout out to Tabletop Audio, who will be providing the music and sounds for tonight. If you haven't checked them out, tabletopaudio.com. Lots of great 10-minute long soundscapes and free soundboard building things for all sorts of things like taverns and jungles and spaceships and whatever else you're using in your role-playing games. So check them out, tabletopaudio.com. Also, once again, our fantastic artwork that you can see next to our players on the overlay was done by Tattoos by Alexis. You can find her on Instagram and Twitter at Tattoos by Alexis. Did fantastic work on our character artwork, and I'm super proud of it. And check her out. Get a commission, get your character drawn for your campaign, and you will not regret it. She does great work in a timely fashion. So thank you, Alexis, for our great artwork.
Thank you.
And that being said, let's jump into tonight's episode of A Dance in the Dark. Welcome back. As Seth eats his fortune cookie. I hope your fortune says that you die tonight.
It says, hope springs eternally in the human heart.
Oh man, you're not human.
Well,
all right, so
I'm hopeful.
Last time on A Dance in the Dark, our adventurers made their way to the city of Sharn, the city of towers, the largest city in Corvair, and had a pretty innocuous entrance to the city. They made their way to an inn in Lower Tavik's Landing that had a very distinct seafaring theme to it. Some of their earlier traveling companions, let them know to look them up in the city should they ever have need of them. And they were given a token by Arveer, the now captain of the Sky Splendor, and said, if you ever need to get a hold of me to rent the use of my ship, just take this token to House Civis message station, and they will give you a discount on contacting me as I'm heading back to Undair to Fairhaven to get some serious repairs done on the Sky Splendor after it crashed in the ocean. But the characters made their way, like I said, to the captain's daughter, and engaged in a bit of dancing to a tune known as Peg Leg Annie. Some of them quite well, some of them not so much, and eventually they settled down for the evening. Before heading there, Gendrix had stopped by the Enclave of Shadow, the Enclave of House Firlon, and made some overtures that he had returned to the city, and he was told where he could find the lady of the house, and he went to her manor, and she at first seemed very angry with him, but she could not keep up the facade and was happy that he had returned home, the prodigal son.
She loves me.
House Firlon. And she told him quite a bit of some things that were going on in the city, things that were going on with the house, and she made no short mention of how one day she would have the head of Alar Thirani on a platter here in her study for splitting the House of Shadow by basically having House Thorani leave and create its own sort of organization that does the exact same thing and has the exact same mark as House Firlon. So she's not too happy about that. But the next day, the party made their way to do some shopping, bought some interesting hats, some interesting clothing. Any of that clothing that you guys purchased that was stuff that's going to have to be tailored, you need to write all that stuff down because I'm not keeping track of what you bought. If you lose out on your money, that's your fault. So if you bought something, just make sure you write it down. If you buy things in the future, make sure you write them down.
Guy Fieri pants.
It was the
It was
vest,
a Guy Fieri
actually.
vest, I believe. Yeah.
Gotta make sure we go back and get your nice hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after you
And my
left
vest.
the hat shop, you made your way to a clothing store and got some custom clothes and things like that from a weedy little goblin tailor. And as you were leaving, a voice familiar to Oligar called out, and it was
Old square jaw.
it was Thoran de Velderin, who is a member and marked member of House Thrash, but she operates under one of the different leaders than does Oligar. But she also kind of operates outside of the realm of the house and kind of takes her own contract. She has her own private investigating business in Sharn. And she basically told Oligar, hey, look, I know you've been on hard times. I've got some jobs that I just don't have time to take care of. And she told you about those jobs, and you said, yeah, we'll look into those for you, and took the contracts or the contacts off of her hand and said that you would look into those. So as you leave her establishment, it's a little bit after lunchtime, and you are free to wander about the city. Now, one thing that you do know, Oligar, is if you kind of want these jobs to be official, then you do need to take them to the Thrash Enclave and have them verified so that you're not operating outside of the purview of the house. You don't have to do that, but they basically won't increase your stock with the house. You can't be like, oh yeah, we did this job, we rescued these people, or we found this artifact, because they'll be like, well, it wasn't on the books, so congratulations, well done.
Wasn't on the
But-
books.
So if you want to take those jobs to the Thrash Enclave, you can certainly do that.
Okay. And I know that's in middle.
It's in Middle Memphis, which is where you are. No, it's in Middle Central, sorry, is where Dragon Towers is, which is where all the enclaves are.
Nice.
So basically just one district over. Basically, you just probably from where you're at right now can grab just like take a sky bridge and basically walk across and be in Central Plateau and then head up to where Dragon Towers is. Same place that you were at initially where the Fearland Enclave is. The enclaves are all kind of together.
That wouldn't be a bad idea for me to go there. I mean, this is a little meta at this point, but I do need to go pick up my gun.
Yep, you did leave your firearm to be repaired.
So days just passed, correctly? Or we just got out of the...
Yeah, it's just later that day.
It's just later that day. Okay,
From
so my
when you,
pants and my clothes will not be ready.
Yeah, basically you left the tailor like an hour ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as we do leave Thoraine's place,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just walk out. And I'll kind of look at Genesis. Sorry to brush off your questions. I'll answer them in time. I just fucking hate being near that bitch.
Yeah, she wasn't very friendly.
No. And I hate staring at her too. God, she's ugly.
Glad someone said it.
I could barely keep my tongue from waggling about how ghastly she looked.
Waggling.
I'm just gonna like pull my scarf up as they're talking.
Not you, darling.
No.
You're dead. Not dead. Dead, not dead, not
Well, I
dead,
don't
not.
really know that that's entirely true. I'm not really sure what I am.
I'm not either, but you're a sight compared to that one.
Thank you.
Mr. Smooth over there.
Yeah. Not say much, but you know.
I think he said enough.
Anyway, I'll tell you more later. Sounds like we got some stuff to do. I need to take a trip over to the Enclave to get these officiated or whatever it is they do. I'm not much of a paperwork kind of guy, but I want to stay in good standing with the house, so let me do that. If you guys want to come along, you're more than welcome to. If you got any more shopping to do, that's fine.
Damned houses.
Right?
I need to go with you. I have some minor errands I need to run over there.
That's fair. What about you two?
Shopping?
Sure. I'm just like happily like.
Do you want to pick me up a coat, like a 65 wide? That'd be great.
65.
Oath?
I'm assuming. I really have no clue. I don't even
You
know how
mean
codes
60?
come.
What would I know
You-
if
you know
he's
what?
a 65
On
one?
second thought, I'll just pick one up later.
Good choice.
Yeah, they might have flames on it when I get back, and I really don't want that.
Why would anyone not want that?
We could be matching.
Maybe some other time.
Oh, hail Guy Fieri.
Dungeons and
Where are we
Diners and
taking
Dragons
him?
and Dives.
Flavor Town.
All right, so the girls head off to do more shopping. The guys head
We're not
towards.
sexist. They chose this.
Yep, that was their decision.
It really was. I don't know where we're shopping.
The and so the guys head off. It takes you about a half hour to get to where you're going, but eventually you do come. The Thrash Enclave is a little less gaudy than the Fearlon Enclave. It's a little more utilitarian, sort of blocky stone tower. Doesn't have all the little like offshoot towers and everything that make it look super fancy, but it does look somewhat imposing and foreboding. It's just this sort of like gray granite tower,
Nice.
and there are a couple of guards standing outside the entrance.
I'll just walk up
Okay.
and just nod.
They can see your mark, so they won't even stop you.
I'm gonna try to like follow right behind him
Okay.
without.
I mean, if
like,
you're
no.
with him, they're not gonna.
Okay.
They're not gonna stop you.
I'll just walk right in.
Okay. Yeah. So when you walk in, once again, very Eastern Bloc sort of stone interior,
Think Minecraft.
metal desks. But as you walk in,
Utilitarian.
a scribe sitting at one of the desks looks up and says, "Oh, Olagar, you've returned."
I have.
And
No, I haven't.
that is what we had heard, that your most recent mark was taken away.
Yes, he was.
I see. Very well, I guess we'll either give it to someone else or maybe we'll let you try again. But
I mean,
no one is really wanting him caught at this point. When we heard that the pirates had escaped, well, the contractor came in and said they were not interested in pursuing at this point because the cost might be too much.
yeah, I would assume so. It's
Very
not
well.
just one pirate anymore.
What has brought you to the Enclave? Do you have business today, or are you just coming to find a place to stay?
No, I want to get these, whatever it is you do. And I'll slap the contracts down on them.
Okay, so he'll kind of look, and some of them are sort of hastily scribbled notes. They're not like official contracts, but he'll sort of look them over and he says, "All right, well, let me see here. What have you got? You have these appear to be some things that need finding, perhaps. I'm not sure, but let's see. Well, the issue in Khalistan, I can be sure that there will be no City Watch taking care of that, so we should be able to take a cut out of that were you to be successful. It looks like the owner of this tavern is willing to pay 100 gold pieces to have this issue solved. Your cut would be 75. The house would take 25%. But it does not appear there is any condition. If you're able to ascertain the culprit or the person behind these attacks and murders, then the tavern owner seems that he will consider the issue closed and will pay the sum. We will send a courier to collect the sum to hold it in escrow until the job is complete. It does appear he wants it done in a few days, and this was a couple of days ago that he gave this. Where did you find this missive? Was it sent to you? Was it brought to you?
No, we found it from the old goat. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about Theron.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, at least this will be official business. We can put it on the books as a win for the house instead of a win for her pocketbook.
Right.
Let's see. This one's not too clear. Some strange ogres coming up out of Cogsgate. We can put that down. There's no mention of pay. I'll need to send a courier to see. Check back with us on that one once I've verified. It may not be something we can take on. There's no real bounty, it seems. It's more of just some people in the lower wards being upset that their relatives are being killed by ogres. If there's no coin in it, I don't really care that their relatives are dying. But we shall see. This one seems.
I like this guy.
This one seems fairly
It
interesting.
is at the bottom of the list.
All down in the lower wards. Well, perhaps that'll be good for you. Maybe you'll be able to get a win. But let's see here.
That hurts.
Well, we know that you're skilled, but for some reason you seem to be distracted at times. But we shall see. Anyway, this one seems very interesting. There is the promise of, once again, well, this one looks like 80 gold pieces from the owner of this brothel in Sean's Welcome, I see. It appears that he just wants to, or she, sorry, wants to know what, who or what is attacking her employees. Seems that there are sailors not wanting to be in her establishment. So that should be a decent job as well. Hopefully should be fairly easy. Find someone, pin it on them. We'll call it a day. So 2 of these appear official. He says, if you'll give me, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, I'll write you up official bounties for both of these, and you will be able to carry them out in the name of House Thrash.
Sounds good.
All right. You can head to the parlor and wait, or you can come back as I said, in a bit, and I'll have these ready for you.
Yeah, I guess I'll just head to the parlor and
Okay.
wait.
He says, who is your friend here?
My name is Gendrix de Fjarlin. I have been accompanying Oligar here from Onder, actually.
Oh, well, good. Perhaps you will be a talisman to his success.
Yes, we find that we work together quite well, which is strange because I don't work well with anyone.
I see. Well,
He
neither
likes
does
to
Olga.
talk.
I do love to talk. I love to hear myself talk. I love to let people hear me talk.
Very well. Well, I do not like to hear you talk. So if you will please join him in the parlor.
It's understandable. Thank you for your time.
And you see he pulls out a big sheaf of paper and a quill and starts writing as you walk off. You go to the parlor, have a drink. It's very utilitarian again, like stone benches, like line the middle. There's a small like kitchen and bar, but it's kind of a, there's just like a buffet. You walk up and serve yourself. There's not anything like that. So
Just slop.
yeah, well, it's good food, but it's just there's not like waiters and you know. Like you're sort of, you're like, where are all the servants that bring me my food?
This is weird, man.
I like it.
Another half orc does come up and sit down by you and goes, so you heard the scuttle?
No?
Margrim said she's coming to the city.
Why?
I don't know. Kundarashta was here a few weeks back.
It's just looking to get yourself, well, it's not going to be good.
Well, I mean, if somebody's going to make a move for total control, I mean, we'd want it to be Margrim, right?
Not everybody thinks that way.
Well, I mean, we do, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kundarash is a real prick. We don't want him running things.
That's the human, right?
No, he's the big half.
That's the big, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, Velderon.
All my
Derek
names
Velderon
are
is
my names are getting confused.
Yeah, Derek de Velderon is the male. There's the human that has the mark.
That's right. And then the big male is
The big hulking male is Kundarashta.
Kundarash. That's right.
Yeah, and he's an asshole.
Yeah.
And then like Margaret is she's pretty level. Like she's like, yeah, go do your jobs. Find dragon shards, find people that we've been contracted to find,
And who was here previously?
Kundarashta was in the city several weeks ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was out on a job. I don't really know what he was up to, but I mean, I heard that he was talking about moving here permanently, leaving the Shadow March.
That's weird. I haven't heard any of this.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been out, right?
Yeah.
You were up in Fairhaven, right?
Yeah. Now in Dare region.
I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, keep your ear to the ground. There might be a fight. I mean, I don't think maybe not to the death, but somebody's got to take control of this house.
You never know.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, it's good to see you. Good luck on whatever you're working on.
Nah, you know I'll need it.
And he gets up and walks out.
It sounds as though there are some fierce powers fighting for the control of the house.
Yeah. You know anything about Thrashk?
I'm afraid not.
They're ruled by a triumvirate. Big. Dude, I can't pronounce his name. Big male half-orc. Female half-orc. And a male human.
It's an interesting mix.
It is, but it keeps it in balance.
I see. So, this Mogram,
Yes.
if he were to take over, what would that do to the house?
That's the female.
That's the female.
Yes.
If she were to take over, what would that do to the house?
Hopefully make it better. She's
Better
pretty,
in what way?
She's pretty level-headed.
I see. Someone to keep unnecessary conflict from occurring.
Pretty much.
I see.
Doesn't lean either way to any of the powers that be anywhere in the world. At least that's the way I see it.
You have a point. I guess Ginger should probably get up at this point and start looking at the food and seeing if there's anything that catches his eye and just kind of piddle around for a bit.
Yeah, it's all real like earthy and lots of root vegetables and questionably sourced meats.
I mean, I don't even care if I already ate. I'm gonna get a big heaping plate of it.
Yeah, I mean it's all the kind of stuff you're used to.
Yeah.
You like.
And I'm gonna eat the shit out
Yeah.
of it.
Is there anything at all that's like leafy and green or?
It's more roots and tubers and carrots and turnips and not so much arugula and
Gotcha.
iceberg.
All right. Well, yep. He's just gonna go sit back down.
A few minutes later, the scribe walks in. He says, "All right, I have your papers ready for you, Oligar." And he hands you like a leather briefcase,
No.
or like a leather pouch, like a leather slipcase. He goes, "All your documents in there. If you'll just affix your seal before you begin, and after you bring them in, or whatever it is you need to do to complete the contract, bring it back here to be signed. And I've already sent runners to both of the establishments to collect the payment to hold in escrow until you complete."
I'll like put my meat down on the plate, put the plate down, and just like reach out and grab the
Okay. Yeah.
the thing,
Okay.
and kind of still rub off some meat grease.
Yeah. He sort of like clicks his heels together and nods his head to you. He says, "Good luck out there."
You know I'll need it.
Nope. I believe in you, Oligar. I think you are up to the task. Just keep your mind in place.
Well, I hope I do.
By the time this is all over, everyone will be singing the song that I write about Oligar.
Very well. I wish. Will you be assisting him?
That remains to be seen.
I see. Well, write the catchy song, I suppose.
Make a lot of money.
Yes.
Peg Leg Annie. God, I
Oh,
love that
that's
song.
abominable.
It's
bit
a
of trope.
fantastic song.
Oh, it's horrible.
You might like my version, but we'll discuss that another time.
All right, well, perhaps you'll make it up to one of the nicer taverns one day, and I'll be able to hear you play.
Ouch.
And he just turns around and walks.
You see what I have to deal with all the time.
Yeah, I see. I see
spicy.
you come by it honest. The attitude around here seems to be pretty thick.
Yeah.
All right, well, we will cut back to you guys. Is there anything particular shopping for? Or you just
You want a new scarf?
milling about?
Yeah, I'm just following her. Like, what do we see? Like, is there anything
Yeah, so
really-
it's very much a cosmopolitan area. There are you're actually in like it looks like you're outside because it's so big, but you're actually inside of a tower. And where you were initially shopping, the shops were built into the wall of the tower and sort of stuck out a bit. But there's roads and gardens and all kinds of things that you would see if you were in a regular outside city. You're actually inside right
We're gonna look for some scarves and for some new goggles.
Scarce and
now. Scarf is easy enough.
Okay.
You know, a couple of silver. Get you just like a basic woolen scarf. If you want something nicer, it might be more expensive. To find like anything sort of industrial, someone give me an investigation check.
Ooh, I will.
Oh God.
Oh, she's the main one, like, walking around. So.
Well, if you have higher intelligence, because I have 0 + 0.
Yeah, I'll roll it. I didn't roll very well though. That's a 7.
Okay, yeah. Just in this part of town, there's probably something somewhere else in town. It just doesn't seem that this is where that type of a shop would be.
I don't know. Do you want to go look at scarves?
Okay. I like mine, but if you don't, I guess we can look for one.
I mean, your scarf is fine. I just want to go look at scarves.
Okay.
I ain't buying you shit. I just want to go look at
Okay,
it.
I mean, you can. There's a basically it almost is like an outside sort of marketplace, a little ways from the tailor that you went to, and oh man, we're blinking red over there.
Yep. Trying to close out stuff online.
But basically you find this like I said, this open market bazaar that has all kinds of like silks and different cloths and spices and all just sort of like an outdoor market almost.
Okay, I want to look for a scarf that may or may not match my guy furry vest.
Okay,
guy
yeah, I mean you can
Furry.
you can find like
Ferrari.
different
Guy Ferrari vest.
Yeah.
yeah, you can find like different types of patterns. Just give me a perception check.
Is it just scarves in here?
No, it's like all kinds of like shirts
Okay.
and
That's gonna be a 10.
10. I mean, you find something that looks like it might be a similar color to what the cloth he showed you, but it's not the same pattern.
So the cloth is black, or what color was it?
The cloth, so the cloth of the vest is probably black with these like red and orange sort of
Okay, so I'm gonna look for, I
stylized
guess,
fire designs.
for like maybe a red scarf.
Okay.
Maybe like an orange scarf. I think a red scarf.
Oh yeah, I mean you can find just a plain like red.
Yeah, I think
What
we're
kind of
gonna.
material do you want?
I want it to be elegant, so we're gonna go silk.
Okay, yeah, you can find a red silk scarf easy enough. It'll be 15 silver pieces.
Okay.
Fierce.
So did you find anything? As I said, so I'm putting the scarf around. Probably lopsided because I haven't really worn scarves before.
No. And I'm touching everything. Like, I'm literally just like,
Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean it's just like I said, it's just tables and like almost like a flea market.
So do you like wear gloves? Your character would wear gloves, right?
no. I don't. It's harder to hold and do alchemy if you have gloves on. So I burn my fingers sometimes, but I don't wear gloves.
But then, can you feel anything?
And I like touch a few more things. I feel normal, right?
Yeah, I mean you have a tactile sense of touch.
How do I feel?
But you have to have flavor crystals to taste things.
Well, you don't have to eat something to touch it. I just can't touch it with my tongue. Well, I mean, I can, but I can't really I can't taste it like that. But that's not really how that works.
Are you gonna make it?
Ansley is officially broken.
It's not funny. I used to really like pie, and now I can't eat it anymore because everything tastes like ash. So it's not really funny. I just turn and walk away from her.
I swear she
So
should
red.
have any of my energy.
Right? Jeez, you got the vapors.
I'm gonna need a van.
Deep breath.
All right, so on that note, eventually the two, the Oligar and Gendrix make it back to you guys.
Did I get my pistol?
Yeah, it's, you just walk in and get cool.
Do I see how elegant his enclave is versus mine?
Oh yeah. Like everything's really dark. There's like purple silk wall hangings and tapestries, and it's lots of these purples and dark blues and grays, but all the furniture is really nicely crafted out of this dark, almost black wood.
Wow.
The people working there are very polite. They
This is
offer
very
you,
different.
They offer you very nice wine.
I'll decline the very nice wine.
How do you feel about a touch of finery?
It's a little much.
Some would say not enough.
I'm not sure where your stone benches are.
Stone benches. Have you sat on one of these couches before? And I'll just point to one of the big, like, plush couches.
Yeah, this is big, lavish.
No, I've not.
You should try it. You really should.
I'll go sit on it.
Yeah.
Just like you would a stone bench. Just like,
Just
yeah. Just thud.
How do you feel? What do you think?
This is very weird.
Is it weird because it's comfortable, maybe?
Yes, it didn't hurt when I sat down.
like an elf in like a tailor suit walks up and goes, sir, could I interest you in a drink or perhaps a snack?
A snack? What kind of snack?
Oh, we have many things prepared. I could bring something up for you while Lord Gendrix waits.
And I like kind of look down at my probably very full belly. Yes, a snack would be great.
Very well. And he comes back a few minutes later with like what looks like it's like a little leather bag, like a little leather pouch. He goes, I figure you'll be on the road soon, so I packed it to go for you. And it's just like
Astute observation.
It's like dried nuts and berries, but it's got like these very intricate like spices on it.
I like kind of sniff it. That's different.
Fantasy trail mix.
Yeah, right?
I love it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No,
All right, yeah.
we hope to see you again, Master Gendrix.
I'll be around. I'll be in town for a while.
Excellent. Have a pleasant day.
You as well. We'll
Thank you.
make our way to the shopping district.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way there. You see that Riven has this very bright red scarf around her neck.
Looking stylish, Riven.
She's not really being very friendly.
Did we leave them alone
The
too
city's
long?
changed her, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
No, because I would like to point out the reason why I lost my shit is because I was gonna tell her to lick it, but then I thought what was the conversation how it was, where you said that I didn't need to be Ansley because.
Don't be yourself.
And I was trying very hard not to do that, and I just picture what would happen if she licked the scarf.
A merchant might get mad. All right. So yeah, you are reconvened as a troop.
About what time of day is it?
It's like mid-afternoon at this point.
I know.
All right.
So, have you given any consideration to what we should spend our time doing?
Certainly not shopping. I think I bought enough today.
Well,
Perhaps.
I still would like a coat, but I have given consideration to what we should do. And I will share that with you while we walk to the coat shop.
Okay.
Oh, not again.
So are you going back to the Goblin?
Coat shop. Is that the only place to buy a coat? I mean, he didn't have
I
coats
mean, you know,
over
Yeah.
in there.
well, yeah, jackets. Just give me a quick investigation check in the bazaar to see if you can find.
19 on the die.
Yeah.
Plus 3. 20.
Yeah. What kind of coat are you looking for?
Like, I'm drawing a blank.
Like a trench coat or a
Yes.
swashbuckler's coat?
No, like a
or
trench coat.
A trench coat? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find like do you want like something that's sort of utilitarian or something that's like stylish?
No. Utilitarian.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you can find just like a standard sort of like dark brown you know style coat.
I just want something to go over. I don't want to wear armor out everywhere, but I still want to wear the armor. I just want a jacket to be able to
Sure, yeah,
over
yeah,
that.
Yeah. You come up and there's a human man. He just sort of looks at you and says, "Yes, I'm sure we could find you something. You're a rather large fellow. Let me see." And he pulls out a little tape measure and sort of measures your shoulders, and he says, I think I've got something. And he just pulls out just like a basic sort of. It's got like the loops and the belts you can tie it up. Looks like it's to keep rain off kind of a thing.
Yeah.
He goes, with that. You intend to wear it over the armor, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Then this should fit you. And he just hands it. He goes, "Good. Try it on. Let's see how it looks."
Yeah. I'll throw it on.
Yeah. I mean, it's loose. Maybe it's just a little big. But you've got it does kind of fit over the pauldron that you have on your left shoulder, and I mean, but it's just made out of like a heavy wool, like almost sort of like a trench coat version of a pea coat. Sort of, it's warm.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, I was just seems a fair price at 12 silver.
That works.
Have you even looked in the inside? You don't even know if there's like space to put things in there yet.
I'm in here.
Fair.
What is he gonna put in there?
I don't know. He could have a filing system, and you could put all your weapons in there, but you don't have to have space for that, and you didn't even look in there to see if you had space for it.
Wait, what are you carrying your weapons like out or like? Are they on your hip?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a great sword, so yes.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if he was like
Just walk around.
There's no real easy way to hide a
I'm
great
just
sword.
going down the shopping district. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me.
Okay, I don't know.
Like, it is kind of interesting with this coat on how you're going to like
Pull it out.
affix your great sword.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, because like your armor like has like a frog on the back that basically just holds onto the hilt. So
Probably have to figure that out. That's a good question. Now that she's asking that, I'm like, fuck it, just.
What are you doing?
the man who sold you the coat, so he goes,
I don't know if I can just cut
he
it.
says he says turn around, back up towards.
Every
towards
now and
me."
then I get a little bit
He says, just please,
closer
please,
to cutting
please,
it.
sir, turn around. Turn around, sir. And you guys see he pulls out like a little knife, and he comes up and he's got like a needle in his held between his teeth with some heavy thread in it. He says, and he sort of touches your back and he kind of feels where the frog is, and he cuts around it, and he cuts and he whips a stitch through it real quick. He says, you may want to have somebody take a little more time with that stitch, but that'll hold for a week or so. If you don't get into anything too violent, I suppose.
No violence, he says.
No, just not too. Don't tug at it and tear at it, but at least the bit that holds onto your sword there is now sticking out of your coat.
So I can.
Yeah, you can just sit it back there.
So it lasts about a day. All right. Thank you. That solves that problem. And on the walk there, I will have explained my thought process, which is if we have people dying at night at a bar, but we have no idea any details about them. They could be male, female, we're not sure. We have no details on that, right?
Yep.
But we have all female prostitutes being mauled to death. So it's entirely possible that they're close and that it's related. So if we hit the deaths first, since they're actually dead, and then we go to the prostitutes, might can find a connection.
That's good, solid thinking. I have nothing to add to that plan currently.
Me neither. Other than why would he kill the other people? If we suppose this, I mean, theoretically saying that these are two connected. Why would he kill some people but then leave the other ones just disfigured?
Perhaps he wanted his work to be seen, and, well, ladies of the night are quite popular.
True. Or maybe
Can't be seen if they're hideous.
he's only killing men
Walk away.
and disfiguring women. And mostly men go to bars. Maybe he can't get close to women at bars, so he goes and pays the women and disfigures them. We don't know. That's why we're going to ask these questions.
We have to find the MO.
Right?
This is
But
gonna
we
be
know-
like a game of Clue.
We know mostly what's happening with the women. They're just getting disfigured. And it's women. And they're women of the night. But we have no idea what's happening at the bar.
So
Aside from people are dying.
You think we should head to Lower Dura to the Rusty Ratchet then?
I think so.
Sounds pretty ratchet to me.
Ratchet indeed.
All right, so you begin making your way here from Middle Memphis. You work your way down into Calistan. As you make your way to Calistan, I need you Actually, everyone can make a perception check.
Everyone. I feel like I get some kind of bonus on this, and I just gotta find it.
Haha, bitches! I
Not
see
bad.
things today. Just kidding. I didn't see anything earlier.
17.
20.
Okay.
Yes. I add a 1d4. I just don't double it. Haha. Doesn't help at all. That's a 7.
19.
19.
Oh, that's a 10.
So who had over a 14?
20.
Everyone except you.
I'm playing with my jacket.
Sure.
why you
You
don't have
all
one yet.
see. Now, before, just I'll describe Calisan a bit for you. Everything here is run down. Windows are boarded up. Places that are in business, the doors look like they're about to fall off the hinges. It's dirty. There's, like, you pass a couple of, like, people that look like they might be dead, just, like, laying up against buildings. They could just be bums, but they could be dead. You're not sure. It is the slums. It is trashy and dirty, and it smells. And as you go lower through the towers that make up this district, it gets darker and darker, and eventually you're completely inside of a massive lower chamber, that's maybe a quarter of a mile across the interior of this. But there's little alleyways and everything that run through it, buildings that are built inside of this tower. The three of you notice, at one point, Gendrick sort of stops and looks to his left, and then you all kind of stop and look back at him, and then you turn and look over your shoulder, and you see what appears to be a halfling running away down one of these alleys, and, like, over her head, she's waving feather.
A feather.
What is?
No, like feather, like your sword.
Oh, shit. Thief! After her!
I will
Okay.
take off running.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll run after her.
I suppose I hear this and
Yeah.
we'll follow.
I'm gonna-
Olgar's a step behind, so go ahead and everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey! There you go,
Terrible.
buddy.
Hi there, stranger. Oh, look at us. We're gonna.
I know, right? I'm not gonna be left behind.
Genesis.
23.
Wow. Gendrix.
Fuck you.
15.
I'm sorry. That came out.
Olgar.
21.
Ribbon.
I rolled a
Not
fucking
team.
crit and I still can't go first.
Liking that 19 today, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Okay.
I'm 19 years old.
All right, so this figure, when you see her, she's about 60 feet away from you. When you kind of turn and realize, like, what's happening, and she's just booking it. What do you do, Genesis?
She's 30 feet away from me.
60.
60. Crap. I'm gonna hurl firebolt.
Okay, go for it.
That's all I got. I do try to like get it at her feet though. So
Okay.
like I'll drink the potion and then I'll sort of like aim for her feet.
Okay, go for it. Give me an attack roll.
Aw, it's poo. 7.
Okay. Yeah, you hurl this firebolt down this alleyway, and you think it's going to be good, and then you see this halfling sort of springs off and like parkours off of a box and tumbles behind another box, and your firebolt just slams in to the box that she parkoured off of and misses. Do you want to move any?
Yeah, I'll move up as much as I can. So for me, I think
30 feet?
yeah, 30
Okay.
feet.
All right.
I'll take off running.
All right. Olgar.
Alright. Spell save DC is 8 plus
Proficiency,
proficiency
plus your casting modifier.
Casting modifier. Because I know this isn't right because I forgot to rebuild it.
Yeah, because so yours just wisdom instead of charisma.
Alright. So, can I see this person?
Yeah.
Alright, I will run 30 feet up
Okay.
and I will shout halt.
Okay. Is that
That
you're
is
using command?
Command.
Okay. So what's the DC?
That is 8, 9, 10, 13.
Is that wisdom?
Wisdom.
She does not appear to be affected by your command.
Okay.
Ribbon.
Entangle.
Okay. What's the range on entangle?
90.
Oh, good. Okay. Strength save.
Yeah.
What's the save DC?
14.
No.
How is this little halfling strong? I'm gonna take off this.
No. Like, she didn't pass.
She didn't pass. She failed. Yeah, she's entangled.
All right, yeah, so you see these vines just start growing up out of the stone and the brick of this alley.
That can't be good for the
And
resale
this
value.
halfling just gets caught in it.
Meanwhile, I kind of like flip my scarf and I walk towards that way.
Okay. She kind of she's gonna try to use her action to break out of it. 'Cause it's her turn. You said it was 14.
Mm-hmm.
She breaks free. You see, she actually uses the sword and like hacks at some of the vines and steps out of them, and then she looks back
Oh,
at.
it's okay. I got more.
She looks back at the group of you and goes, "Oh, real interesting. I like what you're trying to do, but I don't think you'll catch me." And she bolts 30 more
Well,
feet.
I'm running.
Gendrix.
You said she's how far away now?
Now
she's
about 90 feet away now.
All right, so I'm gonna run my full movement up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say I don't want you, just my sword. And with that, I'm gonna kind of do like a little wave and use like an elven word for like fire, or like heat or flame or something. And I'm gonna make Feather like glowing hot with heat metal.
Oh, so she needs to make a con save.
That's no save.
If you're making Feather hot, she can make a con save to hold on to it. Is that right? Because it's an object.
Yes.
She's gonna take damage regardless.
Yeah, save on a con save, or yeah, it must succeed a con save to or drop the object.
Okay. And your DC.
Okay, that's gonna be 15.
15.
Yeah.
You see, she kind of goes ha ha ha, but she does not drop the sword. She manages to hang on to it.
Well, she takes 12 fire damage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna continue concentrating.
Okay. That will bring us to the top of the round. Genesis.
Can I? Okay, I'll tell you what I want to do. I guess maybe we can do it. And she's how many feet away from me? If I ran, she's 30.
About 60
60.
at this point.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Because you both moved
Yeah,
30.
I go, we just bought the sword, I'm sorry. And I like reach out and this like skeletal like hand comes out of me. And I have to make a
Ranged attack.
these. That's probably not going to work. That's an 11.
No.
Okay.
Misses. Yeah, so you see this hand just flies towards her, and she kind of looks back over her shoulder and just rolls, and it just passes over, and she comes back up and keeps running. Do you want to move?
Yeah, I'll keep like 30
Okay.
feet towards her.
All right, Oligar.
All right. I'm gonna stretch a little bit, and I'm gonna run 30 feet, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna use my action to run 30 more feet.
Okay.
And I'm bearing down on that
So you
ditch.
just run as fast as you can. Okay.
Yep.
All right. That will bring up Ribbon.
How far am I away?
60.
I'm gonna run 30 feet
Okay.
and then cast Entangle again.
Okay.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna
another
have to make that
strength
too.
Save, is that right?
Can you delegate who gets hit by that?
No.
Who? Oh, dang.
Oh, damn.
All right, so that's going to be 17 for her.
Is this a saving throw?
Yeah.
It is.
Damn, my dice suck today.
Why do you play that dice?
So Oligar gets wrapped up, but this halfling nimbly sort of jukes out of the way of the vines. That'll be her turn. Oligar, you're pretty much right next to her. She's going to use her action to disengage from you.
Okay.
And then she runs about 25 or 30 feet down. She looks over her shoulder and goes, "We're almost there!" And she turns into an alleyway. Damn it. To the left.
What the fuck is wrong with this thing?
Gendrix.
So I'm gonna use my action for movement and get up as far as I can. How far can I get before I have to start worrying about the?
You could go around it. The alley's
Okay.
wide enough.
Yeah, I'll kind of dodge around that. I'll move up 60 feet and use my bonus action to heat that shit up again.
Okay. So yeah, she'll take the damage again. Give me a perception check.
That's gonna be an 8.
An 8.
No, 10.
10. Okay, that's good enough. You hear ting 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 ting.
I'm happy by that. 6 heat damage.
Okay. All right.
Haha. Bitch.
Genesis.
She's still running away with the sword.
She turned a corner. You don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can do anything. So I'll run after her until I can see her.
Okay, yeah, you can get to the mouth of the alley that she turned into and see that she has run down, and you can see there's like lots of like banner type things, curtains, different types of not tapestries but fabrics and things. They're like hanging from windows and whatever that sort of make the alley sort of difficult to see, like to see more than about 10 feet or so into the alley. But you can see some of them are sort of moving, as if somebody had passed through them recently.
So I can't really like see her. I just kind of feel where she went.
Yeah, I mean you saw her turn, for sure.
Okay. No one's in front of me, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, now that you can see.
I'm gonna basically like stand out in front and I'm gonna be like, either come out now or this will get worse. And I'm gonna like do nothing. That was a 1. I'm gonna do nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna like and just like smoke comes out of my hands.
Okay.
What were you attempting to do?
I'll tell you later.
All right.
She's like,
Mark off any necessary spell slots.
Because if it's agonizers, it's not an attack
no,
roll.
it was burning hands.
Oh, Burning Hands is a...
That's not an attack roll either.
That's not.
Oh crap! We didn't recover spell slots, so that's probably why that didn't work for me.
You would have recovered spell slots before you went shopping.
Yeah,
Y'all slept that
we
night.
way rested.
Okay, then
I mean, if you didn't hit your long rest button,
I
that's your
did
fault.
not.
Hey, we have the same hit points.
Okay, now I can mark off that spell slot.
D&D.
So you're trying to cast Burning Hands?
Yeah,
All right, so it's a dex save.
For her.
for me.
No,
No, for her.
Oh, okay.
What's
You mean okay? I got it. I got you.
What's your spell save DC?
13.
13. Okay. So you put your hands out, and the flames erupt in a 15-foot cone in front of you, and it burns off a lot of the cloth and everything.
I was hoping
and
for
then you
something
also
scary.
you also see a dog catch on fire and howl and then fall over dead. And you also see a person in there, maybe late 20s or early 30s, catch on fire and fall over dead.
Oh boy.
I didn't. Oh man, I didn't mean for that to happen.
That's one check under the not heroes column there.
Join us next time when we read the book Actions Have Consequences.
I couldn't.
But you don't see it happen.
I couldn't see. And
All
just
right.
like.
That will bring up Oliver.
All right, well, is it an action to break free?
Yeah.
Or is
Yes,
it an
it is.
action to attempt to break free?
It's an action to, it's an action to try to break free.
Okay, that's why I didn't know if it was like automatic or
Whether you
roll.
succeed or not,
Okay.
it uses your action.
Haha! Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I did it.
Okay. Yeah, Oligar hacks through these vines, and what do you do?
And then I will stroll up to the probably distraught. I will run up to around the corner
Okay,
and see
yeah.
the destruction that I
you
don't
see,
know about
you
yet.
see a flaming burned dog and a flaming middle-aged person, and a bunch of burned cloth and charred walls and such.
Bad.
Where did she go?
That way.
That's about 30 feet, so that's about all I got.
Okay.
And I can't see her, obviously.
All right. How far away am I?
You're 30 feet from the entrance to the alley. Or no, you're 60 feet from the entrance to the alley, sorry.
Then I guess I'm just gonna double sprint.
Okay. Yep. You make it up the alley, you see the same thing.
I'm gonna turn to them and be like, "What the fuck happened?
I couldn't see.
Huh?
I couldn't see. I was.
You have eyes, don't you?"
They were behind cloth. Okay. I was trying to get his sword back, and I just like break down and start crying.
Okay. Then we'll bring her up. You hear another tink, 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 tink.
Okay.
It sounds like metal clashing against stone. Jidrix.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna run up to the the mouth of the alleyway and encounter my friends there, and I'm not really paying attention to what's going on with them. I'm looking for Feather, like I'm just trying to see if I can see it like shining off the ground or anything. So yeah, I'll approach, but I'm also kind of approaching it cautiously, like looking to make sure that there's nobody ambushing me when I go to pick it up.
You don't see it.
Oh, I don't see it. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just keep moving forward then.
Okay. You kind of push past everyone else, and kind of push some of these cloths out of the way. And you see, as you sort of make your way forward, you don't see. Actually, give me a perception check.
17.
Okay. You do see over. So as you go, I'll tell you what, as you come out of the area, you see a bunch of like wooden crates and like those like big spools that like rope would be tied around, like turned on their side, used as tables. You see like empty barrels and kegs, and like pieces of stone. You see people that are like dicing and playing cards and arm wrestling. You see there's a big like 15-foot stone circle, and there's a dwarf and a human that are just slugging the crap out of each other. And with that 17, you do see sitting across the way with, she's already started wrapping some things around her hands. But you can see the tip of her boot is pretty burned. You get the sense that maybe she kicked Feather over to where she is, but you can see that it's sitting on the ground next to her. And she's just sitting on one of these, the halfling is sitting on one of these barrels with her arms crossed. And she just looks at it, she goes, really surprised you guys were able to keep up with me. Well, I guess since you're here, you might as well join us.
How far away am I from her? And
from her, she's like on the other side of the of this whole area, so you're probably about 50 or 60 feet away from her. And this, like, the alley sort of opens up into this like sort of large space.
I'm gonna do the equivalent of like knocking the hammer back on my air gun and just be like, "Who's us?"
She sort of looks around. She goes, "The Calliston Clash, of course."
The Calliston Clash. Does she appear combative at all at this point?
Yeah, she's like sitting on this barrel with like one foot is up, like one leg is hanging off. Her left foot is up on the barrel. She's sort of got her arm resting on her knee, and she's just sort of looking at you.
I got you.
She goes, "I'll give the sword back. You gotta fight me for it, though."
And can the rest of us come rolling in now?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Well, I'm also gonna like throw my buffet out too.
Okay, so you pull out, and you see like a couple of people go, "Oh, what is that?" And they're sort of
Roll it
interested.
out.
A couple of people sort of, and then like several of the people that are like playing dice or whatever, they sort of look up and go, "Huh," and sort of take notice of the fact that you're there.
Okay.
On the way there, I'll make sure to check the dog and the human, make sure that they're actually dead.
Medicine check.
I guess on the dog, or just in general. Dog may or may not be dead.
He just needs a bath.
The human, it's a 20, dirty 20.
No pulse.
Yeah, the human.
Flash fried.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm
means he's
gonna
still
look
gooey on the
around,
inside?
like while they're just walking off, because I assume I can see him at the end, right? And he's just standing there.
Well, yeah. Well, there's you saw him like cut through some of these, like the ones that were far enough out of the range to not get burned. These
Okay.
cloths and everything that sort of shield the alley or this area that's beyond.
All right. Well, I don't want to be caught with this anyway, so I'm gonna stop and do this. I'm gonna look around for like a oil lantern or some shit, and just see if there's one somewhere.
There are ever burning torches on the wall, like stuck all in this whole district. Like most of Sharn has ever bright lanterns, which is these little like fairy lanterns that have a ghost light in them. Here it's just like they look like regular torches, but they don't give off any heat, and the flame has a bit of a blue tinge to it.
I'll kind of pick one up,
Yeah, they're like stuck in sconces on the wall.
and then I'll put it back down, and then I'll just walk off,
Okay.
because I won't do that. And then I'll just catch up with the rest of them.
She sort of looks at you and she goes, "Look, no hard feelings, right? If I steal the sword and you don't chase me, I get a nice sword. If I steal the sword and you do chase me, I get a good fight."
So, who is this Calliston Clash? I'm unfamiliar.
We're the Calliston Clash.
Well, yes, but who are you?
Are you thieves? Are you a tavern? What's going on here?
Yes.
Tavern.
That doesn't explain our question.
Well, then I'll have a drink. And my friend will be the one to fight you for my sword.
Very well. I'm okay with that.
I'm sure he's okay with that too. I haven't discussed this with him.
Yeah, I will take some food.
All right, and you can see there's a half elven guy who's like standing over like a trash can with a grate over the top of it with a fire in it.
Nice.
You know, and he's like hobo cooking.
Nice.
And there's you can see there's like several jugs of questionable alcohol varieties. They're
I'm
like
used to
just
that,
kind of sitting
so,
around. You know,
yeah.
you see some people that have like their own jug that are drinking their own bottles. It's definitely not like an established bar, but you know.
I'll walk over to that guy.
Okay.
I didn't bring my own jug.
So yeah, there's like this this dwarf that's playing dice, and he sort of looks at me and goes, "Well, who are you?"
Who are you?
"My name's Dix.
Dix?
Dix with an R.
My bad. I'm Oligar.
Nice to meet you, Oligar. You want some of this juice?
Yeah, I'll try
Is
it.
that what you're going for? You got a cup?"
No.
And he just holds the bottle out to you.
Yeah, I'll take a swig.
And it tastes like shit.
Yeah, it tastes like piss.
It's really strong. Like it'll get you drunk.
I like it though. I'll just hand it back to him. And
Okay.
Just walk off.
All right. He
This place is a trash hole.
he just sort of looks back as you walk over. He goes, "You fancy a little bit of dice?"
Not really.
"Oh, you're no fun.
I've been told.
I'm not going to give you any more of my juice."
Wait, so who was supposed to fight her?
What is your name?
Me, I'm Clementine.
Clementine. Clementine, I don't like you, but I do.
Oh, come on now.
But I don't. Tell me.
Like I said, I'll give you the sword back, win or lose.
Oh, I mean,
I just want a good fight. All these scrubs around here, they're no fun.
Well, when would you like to fight? My friend seems to be
I'm good. Let's go.
getting
You
some
could have stolen
libations.
mine. It would have been fun to see you run down the alley with it.
You're right. It would have been. That thing's bigger than I am. Well, come on.
You know
And
what?
she sort of walks over to the ring. She goes. She like the dwarf and the woman that are fighting. She just sort of like pushes them out and goes, "Get the hell out of my ring!" And they both kind of look back at her and go, "All right, don't need to be a bitch about it." And she steps in the ring. She goes, "All right, real simple rules. Don't kill anybody. We're not fighting to death here. It's just fun. But you can use your weapon. We got a cleric over there. She'll patch you up if anything bad happens. You know, make sure you don't die.
Why do I have to fight?
I'll fight any of you. I'll fight the one in the coat over there.
No.
What about I fight the little puppet man? He's more my size.
That sounds
Does
like
he
a
fight
good
or is he
idea.
just a thing? What does he do?"
I'm gonna like move him and make him like fling his sword down.
She goes,
like
"Oh, that looks fun. Never
It's
fought a
quite
puppet
fun.
man."
That is quite entertaining to watch, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk him over to the ring, I guess.
She's like, "All right, let's go." Roll initiative.
As he's walking, or as she's walking Sir Gilliam up to the ring, I'm gonna sing like just one bar of the Ballad of Sir Gilliam that I've been working on in my
Okay.
head, just to give her some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So he would have my initiative too, just for the sake of simplicity.
Yeah, because you're still controlling him.
Okay, that's 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. So she just stands there and she goes, "All right, like I said, no killing. As he's got a sword there, don't stab me or anything. I promise I won't break your little toy."
Stab as in like stab, or stab as in like.
Well, I mean, they're slicing and then they're stabbing. They're different.
Okay.
Like, don't run me through. That'd probably kill me. The rule is no killing.
Okay.
All right. And so she comes at Sir Gilliam, and you see it doesn't appear that she has any weapons. But as she comes at Sir Gilliam, you see one hand goes across the other, and this pair of very elaborate knuckles, like brass knuckles, appear on her hand, and she just sucks Sir Gilliam in the face.
Why do monks always want a pit fight?
Sir Gilliam holds up the shield and just knocks away her attack.
All right, so I guess Sir Gilliam's gonna do a slam attack.
Okay.
Sir Guilam.
That's gonna be an 8, so that's probably not gonna hit.
An 8 total?
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses. Sir Gilliam knocks off her punch, and he tries to come back with the sword, and she just palms it out of the way. and you hear it spark off of the inside of the brass knuckles. She's going to come back and take a swipe at Sir Gilliam, and that's only going to be a 14.
So yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
gonna hit.
she hits Sir Gilliam in the jaw, and he just. And you just like wiggle his head out of it. No, that's not going to do.
All right, so I'm gonna slam again.
Okay.
17 hits.
Yeah.
All right, so that will be a 1d8, and I hope this shit hurts. Sincerely, Ants. That's going to be a 10.
10. Okay. You see Sir Gilliam, after he just you instead of like hitting her with the sword, you just take the blade, like the pommel, and you just smash her right in the face like a punch. And you see she spits out a bunch of blood, like a tooth comes out, and she sort of shakes her head and she just bum rushes Sir Gilliam and tries to wrap him up and take him to the mat. So that's going to be just either an athletics or an acrobatics check for Sir Gilliam.
At this point, Oligar is doing the same thing he did in the bar the other night, and he's just riling the shit out of everybody in the bar.
That's going to be
Okay.
a
The fight.
15.
Yeah, you can
I'm
see
just
there's a lot
trying
of
to
people that are
hype
cheering.
everyone.
They're like, "Come on, kick his puppet ass, Clementine!" And they're just like, they all seem to be on her side.
I'm on the other side. I'm like, you're getting beat by a block of wood.
What'd you roll?
15.
15. Yeah, she spears Sir Gilliam and slams him to the ground. He takes 6 points of damage,
Okay.
Don't forget about your bardic inspiration.
and she's got him.
yeah.
She's got him tugged on or like pinned to the ground. So he is considered grappled. He cannot move without trying to break her grapple.
I don't know what that's going to do for her. She's just laying on top of me at this point.
No, she's got him pinned to the ground. Yeah.
It's
Your
kind of
turn.
awkward. So yeah, I guess we'll break free.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll an athletics check or an acrobatics check to try and wriggle out of her grasp.
Wriggle.
That's an 11, so probably
Yeah.
not.
You try to definitely like move Sir Gilliam out, and she sees like you trying, and she just like puts a leg down and prevents him from getting out. She goes, "Oh no, little boy," and she rears back and just headbutts Sir Gilliam in the face.
Where are those like hobo fire things?
They're like all around.
Okay.
The biggest one's kind of off to the left of what's happening here.
Can I do something to try to I guess cost like help her?
Do you wish to influence the fight in some way?
Maybe.
I roll initiative.
What the fuck are you doing?
Does a 16 hit Sir Gilliam?
No.
Okay.
About the
Oh,
time
and she's
that
got you pinned. She has advantage.
about the time that Oligar is
Oh, the 23 hits Sir Gilliam.
Yeah.
Okay.
talking all that smack, I will have done a little thaumaturgy to like raise the lights around the pit
Okay.
and like darken the rest of the stuff around the pit to kind of like raise the tension in the.
What was your initiative?
17.
17? Okay. I mean, if you want to do something, it would be your turn now.
Okay.
How much damage did I take?
Oh, sorry, 7.
I want to try to plan it to where like she's about to hit the puppet, or I think she's about to like do something to him, and basically I just like make one of the flames that are closest to her just like go up like 5 feet in the air, like really quickly, just burn super hot to just like throw her off.
What spell are you using?
It's control flames.
Okay.
It has to be a non-magical flame, but basically I just like.
Okay. Yeah. It goes off. Someone next to you, roll a sleight of hand check if you're trying to hide that you're doing this.
Okay. Does that like? Is it stealth?
It's sleight of hand.
Oh, okay, there it is. Never mind. And that's a 3, so I was probably like. Oh,
Yeah, you were like. You like made a big show of pulling this stuff out. Person next to you just sort of looks and goes, you're not trying to interfere here. I mean, this is a fair fight.
Is the flame part of the fight?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you did there, but that looked like magic to me.
Is the flame part of the fight?
Well, I'm just saying, don't be
Maybe
doing
you
magic.
should
around here.
maybe you should shut up. And I just like walk a few feet away from him.
He goes, well, I'm just warning you, don't interfere. It's Sir Gilliam's turn.
Alright, I'm trying to
It
break
was
through
definitely
again.
very shaky and like.
That's gonna be a 19.
Oh, trying to break free?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir Gilliam just throws her off. She flies back and sort of lands on her butt.
And that uses my action, correct?
Yeah, it's your action to break free
Okay.
or grapple. But you're prone right now, so you might want to stand up.
I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, you bonus action, you stand up. All right, that's going to be her turn. She uses half her movement to stand up. Actually, you said you rolled a 19?
Mm-hmm.
Roll me another... Actually, I'm going to say that's enough because she rolled really poorly. When you go to throw her off, you actually throw her out of the ring, and she lands out of the ring, and she sort of looks around and goes, "Oh shit!" And she just sort of stands up and like wipes the blood from her mouth and like walks over to one of the guys and like grabs like this pitcher of water and just like chugs it, like chugs down, spits out a bunch of blood, and then she grabs like a brown bottle and just nails it back and slams it down on the ground and goes, "Well, I'll be pretty good, puppet man and puppet master. I don't know what you are. Anyway, true to my word, you have the sword."
Well, thank you, Clementine. You're very honorable, whatever you are.
And she kind of walks over to where the sword is. She sits back on her barrel, and I'm assuming it's been more than a minute at this point, so heat metal's probably gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she flips it up with her boot and catches it and just holds the hilt out to you.
Like, as she's doing the whole water and everything, I'm still just, like, yelling, like, "You got some splinters, get your splinters checked out. Water's not going to do anything for that."
She just looks at you and she's like, "Whatever. Why don't you get in the ring with my dwarf friend over there?"
Oh, the one drinking the piss?
No. The one that looks like a man, Butch.
You have any friends?
Yeah. And you see this dwarf sort of walks over. She goes, and the dwarf just says, "Oh, Clementine, you really got your arse whipped there." She's like, "Oh, shut the fuck up, Butch." She goes, "Ah, well, I just beat the hell out of Nola. I'm ready for another one. Who wants to go?"
Not today.
I'm gonna cast Mint on Sir Gilliam.
Okay, heal him up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
She sort of looks at you. She goes, "What's your name there?"
I'll do like a little flourish with Feather because I haven't put it away just yet.
Sure.
Just to kind of show out a little bit and slam it home and say, "My name's Gendrix.
I see. Well, why don't you have a seat, George?
Pleasure to meet you."
Let's talk.
And I'll go and sit down and be like, "So, you
don't
seem
really-
to have targeted us."
Well, I mean, let's be honest. That sword looks real nice. You're wearing a real fancy cloak, a real fancy coat and clothes in this shithole. Nobody that looks that nice comes down to Calliston, let's be honest.
Well, we're here.
Oh, why are you here?
Well, we were actually on our way through Calliston to Lower Dura.
Well, Calliston's in Lower Dura, so.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm being an idiot right now. Sorry. Well, we were on our way to the Rusty Ratchet. We heard there's quite some entertainment there.
There's no entertainment. That place is a bigger shithole than here. We have look at the games we have. We got dice. We got cards.
We have pit fighting. We have everything you could want
Arm
here,
wrestling.
right?
Yeah. Why don't? She kind of looks to you, and goes, "I like to talk business with your man here. Why don't you guys have some fun?"
How many people are murdered here, though?
Murdered here in the Clash?
Right.
No, we take care of ours here.
Well, then, that's why we're going to the Ratchet.
Oh, I see. Been some stuff going down there, I guess. We kind of keep to we keep to our own. I mean, we keep our ear to the ground when we can, but we keep to our own pretty much here with the Clash. Take care of those who take care of us, kind of thing,
Yeah, it's not like the City Watch comes down.
Oh, never.
Right.
No, but seriously, I mean, have fun.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd like to stay, and I will stop back by. This does look like a lot of fun. You lot
Feels-
are terrible people.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, you're probably terrible people too. You came to Callistan. Nobody good's here. Let's be honest. Even if you have this noble idea, you're going to help out old Zanlin over there at the Ratchet. Him and Booter. I don't know what you're going to do over there, but
It's all for money.
yeah, well, that makes sense.
I do consider myself in the business of finding ways to enhance my wealth.
Well, here we go. Why don't you sit down and, play some cards over there or something? Do a little gambling.
Perhaps another time, and perhaps later I'll even play a tune or two for your patrons here and entertain everyone. But I'm curious. You said you wanted to talk business. What would you like to talk about?
Well, if you're going to be down here doing stuff, obviously you don't even really pay attention to what's going on. I stole that sword pretty easy. You don't have to try.
Yes, well, I was busy being appalled at the surroundings.
Ah, well, there's a thing. You need someone to keep an eye out for you. Let the other urchins and trash down here know not to mess with you. That's where we come in. We got the connections. We can tell people who not to mess with.
Connections, I see. So, what sort of connections do you have?
I just told you. We can tell people not to mess with you.
Who are you connected to? Is more of the question I'm asking.
Well, I mean, we're our own. We're the Clash. We're our own group. But we a lot of the little pickpockets and little shits that run around this place. We can tell them. You see this elf in this fancy coat with this nice sword. Don't nick his sword. You see this half orc over here with this coat and this giant fuck all sword. Don't try and take his stuff. We like they listen to what we say. We're kind of the at least in this area we're kind of the we're not. I don't want to say we're the muscle, but we kind of tell people what the people listen to us.
Gotcha.
Because they know that if they want to come and take part in our carnival, then they gotta be in good standing.
I see.
That sounds fair.
It sounds fair enough. I mean, you want to make sure that your area is nice and well kept, right?
Of course, yeah.
I see.
What'll it cost us for this?
And cost. We're not talking about cost. Have some fun. That's what it takes.
While they're talking, I kind of like wander off to the guy that's cooking by the little hobo fire.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything to him. I'm just walking around.
Okay, you can see, yeah, he's got, he doesn't even have utensils or anything. He's just got like very questionable cuts of meat, and he just like flips them by hand and he hands them off to people. People bring stuff up to him and he throws it on his little grill.
Do I see all this, or do I notice her like move off?
Oh yeah.
I'm just sort of like
walking around.
I'm gonna
walking around.
approach you, Genesis, and be like, "Is there a reason why you're around this fire? Shall I not say that word?"
No, it's just a word.
Triggered.
Yeah, half elf sword just looks at me and goes, "You got anything to put on?"
Anything to burn? You mean?
Well, I
okay, I'm gonna
you
try to
don't-
like pull Genesis away.
You don't burn your food, miss. Well, I wouldn't burn your food.
Fire, no.
Fire's always yes, but I wasn't gonna do anything. I was just walking around.
Only you can prevent city fires.
He goes, "So I guess you don't have anything to throw on."
No, we do not.
All right, you see a dwarf sort of shoulders past you and goes, "Well, get out of the way. I got something to throw on." And he just he opens up a pouch and he pulls out what looks like these like big, like gnarly sausages and just throws them on the grill. He goes, "Let me know when they're done." And he walks up.
I just sort of try to smell the food.
I mean, yeah, it smells like food.
I'm
Clementine
just
just sort of looks at you and goes, "Look, it's not about payment, right? It's about trust. If you mingle with our crown here, I know I can trust you."
Trust is an interesting concept, especially considering how mischievously you drew us in here to have this meeting.
I mean, if I had come up and said, "Hey, you need protection," you'd have thought we were some kind of racket like those Boromar assholes or something. I mean, I am a halfling after all.
Those Boromar assholes, interesting you mentioned them.
Yeah, I mean, they're a racket. They shake the place down.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They shake everyone down. They stay out of Calliston pretty much because there's not enough law even for them here. This place is the Wild West.
This is true. A lot of crazy things happen down in these parts.
That's why you need friends like us, like the Clash.
Well, I will consider us friends for now. I see no reason not to. You seem honorable
Just well, your
enough.
puppet man did a good job of throwing me out of the ring. I think I could have taken him, to be fair, but he got a good push on me. I lost my footing.
I'm in the midst of composing a ballad about that one. He's quite special.
I see. Well, hopefully it's pretty bawdy. A lot of swearing.
Well, I tend not to include such language in my music.
No,
just because
that's weak shit. That's weak shit.
Well, I'm aware of that. I don't write just bar music. I tend to think of myself
not?
as an artist.
That's dumb.
He's
Write bar music. Bar music's great.
He's very polite.
A guy over sitting on one of the barrels pulls out a little mandolin and just starts playing and singing, and it's like the nastiest, bawdiest, grossest bar song you've ever heard. It's full of expletives and bad sex, and everything that would be bawdy in a tavern song. It's terrible.
Gotcha.
But they all seemed like a few people start dancing and clapping, and like it's very well played. It's just gross. But they seem to enjoy it.
Instead of Peg Leg Annie, it's Peg Meg and Annie.
Maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I went there.
She says, "Look,
You're all
here's the deal.
welcome.
Play a game. I fought. I gave you a sword back. Now play a game with me. Let me win some money off of you at least.
Would you like to play?
You know ogres and goblins?
I'm somewhat familiar with ogres and goblins.
Awesome. Well, let's give it a go.
All right.
So I love ogres and goblins. She says, I'm going to play the house because I have a better chance of winning money off you that way.
I see. Well, would you refresh me of the rules? I haven't played ogres and goblins in years.
All right, so
I've
she'll,
never played.
she'll tell you how ogres and goblins works. Basically, what will happen is the dealer, the house, will roll a d10 to set the knee, which is the number you need to beat. If the dealer rolls a 1, the giant kicks and the house automatically wins. What you do is you roll 2d6 for the goblins and try to match or exceed the ogre's knee roll. If you roll a double 1, a snake scares the ogre and the bet's push, and it's the end of the round. If you rolled an 11 or a 12, then that's rolling what's called the maw, and the ogre eats the goblins, and the house automatically wins. Now there's odds that pay out. If the knee is 2 to 3, it pays 1 to 1. If the knee is 4 to 6 and you win, it pays 2 to 1. If it's 7 to 9, it pays 3 to 1. And if the knee is 10, which you would have to roll a 10 exactly on your 2 dice, it pays 5 to 1.
Okay.
That's a lot of information.
If
I
you
did
roll
not
doubles,
Glad I'm not.
oh wait, no, take that back. Not if you roll doubles. If you hit the knee exactly, you can split your bet. Basically split your dice and roll a new d6 to make 2 new totals by doubling your bet. So basically like doubling down.
Okay. Well, that sounds super simple.
Oh, it's really. What do you want to bet?
I'd like to see where your pockets lead first. What would you
No, well, I
put
mean
down?
you gotta the minimum on my table is 2 silver.
2 silver. Well, I'll put down 5 silver.
5 silver. All right, sounds good. All right, so she sets her number. She keeps it hidden.
Keeps the number hidden
If she
from me.
rolls a die and she puts her hand over it.
All right. 7.
She goes, nope, you got lucky. She pulls her hands away and you see she rolled a 2. And she reaches into her pouch and pulls out 5 silver and sets it next to yours.
I'll leave it on the table and say, let's go again.
All right, 10 silver. I like it. Okay.
8.
She goes, well, son of a bitch. And she reaches in and she goes, 10, she drops the gold down. She goes, I rolled another fucking 2.
I say, all right.
You got 2 gold down there now.
I'll leave the 2 gold on the table and I'll reach in my pocket and put 1 more gold down and say I'll play 1 more.
She's like, whew, that's deep.
I'll spice it up for you a bit by giving you a gold.
She goes, oh, all right. I like
It's gonna be a 5.
5. She pulls her hand away and she has an 8. And she just sort of scoops all 3 gold, or the 2 gold and the 10 silver and goes, that's how gambling works.
You really played one over on me there.
Really took a hole in his pocket.
She's like, well, like I said, I mean, if you're playing the house, the odds are probably in your favor a little bit. But
Yeah, well.
yeah.
That's
But you
how-
look like I mean, that coat probably costs more than 3 gold. Let's be honest.
Well, it's more about a statement than anything.
Of course. Well,
You know how it is, and well, maybe you know how it is in the upper levels,
yeah.
especially around the houses and.
Nah, I don't stay up there.
You don't stay up there any. Well,
I know. I stay down here.
Well, I mean, of course.
Why would I go up?
I mean,
I
you
mean,
know,
I
maybe-
guess it would be nice to not have to worry about getting murdered and whatever. But like I said, the Clash. I mean, we keep things in order pretty well down here. So, and she kind of looks away from him and she goes, "Run, still!" And these 2 halflings run up and she goes, "You see these 4 folks?" She kind of points you out as you've dispersed about talking to different people. She goes, "Put the word out. Nobody's to mess with them. Anybody messes with them, they answer to me." And they both kind of look at her and go, "Of course, Clem." And they both run off. She goes, "Well, you bought your way in. You're not. I mean, obviously, if you don't live here, you're not part of the Clash. Like we all live around here. That's who. But we'll tell people not to mess with you while you're moving about. It'd be a shame if someone not from the Clash stole your sword and you had to chase them down and kill them and get your sword back. And
Yes, I see what you're saying.
I mean,
it's definitely a good thing.
You don't have to kill people. Like that's terrible, right?
I mean,
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
pretty
you
I
terrible.
don't
like
have
look
to.
at Genesis.
I mean, you do what you got to do sometimes. I mean, I get it, right?
I mean, after all, I am always looking out for number one, as I'm sure that you are as well.
Well, I mean, I look out for my people too, of course. But yeah, I mean, you know,
I suppose I'm just a bit more selfish.
of course.
But
It's survival. I mean, I survived because of these people. They took care of me. They brought me up.
I see. Well, those that brought me up would throw me to the wolves. I'm almost sure of it. So,
That's kind of terrible.
house business.
Yeah, well. Oh, you're part of one of them houses.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. She goes, I know a kid who ended up getting that what is it, the ones who do the inns and everything. He ended up getting one of those.
Oh, the dragon mark.
Yeah.
And Gendrix would probably know right away which
on.
mark that is. And he would say that. Oh, yes, that.
Yeah, he runs an inn somewhere. I think up in like Middle Tavix, maybe. I don't know the name of it. He got out of here though.
Middle Tavix, you
Yeah.
say. You sure you don't remember the name of that inn?
No, I mean, I don't even know if it's true. I just heard that he does.
Oh,
Like, the thing appeared, and he didn't know what it was, and so he went like to a tavern that was run by like the Ratchet is run by those halflings. The guy that runs Zanlin, he doesn't have the funky mark, I don't think, but he works for him.
His name is Zanlin, you say?
His name's Zanlin, yeah.
I see. Interesting. You know anything interesting about Zanlin?
Well, I mean, he's just a dirty little halfling that runs a shitty little bar.
I'm going to type that down exactly.
He's got his muscle is this old what do you call him, Warforged that he found down here a few years ago. He fixed it up somehow, got it back to good health, and calls him Booter. He basically just kicks people out if they're being rowdy. Calls them a ruckus.
I see. Interesting. Well, thanks again for your hospitality. It's been truly an interesting experience.
I mean, you might meet somebody there. I mean, obviously, if you're coming down here to do a job, maybe I don't know, maybe you're looking to get gilded up or something. Some of the guild recruiters hang out at the Ratchet just because you got people that need money. They'll hire them to do terrible jobs, so they'll probably die anyway. But if they do manage to get the job done, hey. So I mean, if you're looking to get gilded up, that's a good place to go.
So I'm curious. You mentioned the guilds. Are there
Like
ever
Clifftop, Deathgate, those guys.
right? How many of these guilds have rivalries with each other?
Oh man, I mean, they all rival with each other.
Of course. So, is it reasonable to assume that possibly some of these guild members who are in rival guilds from each other might possibly kill each other, or
I don't know. I mean, that seems extreme.
I mean, a lot of things seem extreme.
Yeah, you're right.
But stealing someone's sword just to
It's
meet
not
them.
extreme.
Oh, come now, Clementine, don't be coy.
She shows you the rash and she goes, I stole those off a guy, like off his hand.
Those are quite nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
He didn't follow me though, so I never got to punch him with him. It kind of sucked. I'm
Well,
glad you followed me.
Yeah, I'm glad we
Okay.
followed you as
I mean,
well.
I got the shit kicked out of me by that little puppet, but hey,
Sir Gilliam's got looks like a permanent mark right there from those knuckles.
well, I'm sorry about that.
I imagine I would have mended that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then,
Fix that shit.
well, then I suppose we'll
Cancelled.
go over to the Rusty Ratchet and meet this Zanlin and.
Yeah, it's not too far. It's actually out of this tower. You got to kind of work your way through. If you go back out how we came in,
Okay.
and just kind of work your way around. We're right near the edge of the tower here. You'll see an exit maybe 800 feet or so down that way.
Okay.
Once you come out of the alley, take a left. Keep going the way you were chasing me. You'll see an exit out of the tower, and then there's a little sky bridge that sort of goes up a bit, and that's where you'll find the Ratchet.
All right.
It's like
Excellent.
an old skeleton of an old ship or something, like an old airship that crashed.
I see. Well, excellent news. Thank you for the directions, Clementine.
Wait, whenever you're in the area, you feel like gambling, come down.
We'll have to stop back by.
Hang out at the
and
carnival.
Revel.
Fight in the ring. Bet.
The whole time they're talking, I drank my drink, and I'm making like this hand come up out of fire every time the guy goes to like move his food around.
He just sort of looks at you and goes, "You think you're not gonna burn me? I'm flipping you in my hand, just, But I mean, you're actually making it a challenge. I think it's kind of
I'm like,
it's
Jesus,
weird."
stop that.
And
I'm not, like, doing anything
dwarf
with
kinda
my
comes
hands,
over,
it's
the
just
dwarf
like-
comes up and he goes, "All right, look here, little lady. You make him burn my sausage. I'm gonna be real mad at you."
Oh, okay. And as I turn around, this giant pig like comes out of the fire at that dude, and is just like,
He sort of goes,
like
"Ah!"
as I walk off.
No, giant pig.
The guy,
No,
the
big
guy like hands him his
face.
sausage, and he's like, "All right, well," he's like, "You did a good job, Matt. You did a real good job on cooking, even though that lady messing with you." And he just gets his sausage.
The spirit of the pig.
Genesis, what have I told you about this? Fire, no.
I didn't hurt anyone.
It tastes like pig.
Boing,
so,
boing.
and so as you're leaving, the female dwarf Butch sort of walks in. You see she's got like this really sort of scraggly looking beard, hair's like pulled back in a ponytail. She just sort of looks and goes, "All right, anyone messes with you, you just let us know.
Will do, Butch.
Clementine gave the word. I'll fuck anyone up if they decide to mess with you." Now, that doesn't mean Clementine's not going to steal shit from you. She just does that. So,
Seems
Well,
like
we know where to find her,
yeah.
for the most part.
I mean, she may not steal it from you. She may just be like, "Hey, come to the ring and fight me." But usually if she steals something, you have to come after her, so you don't have any choice.
Very true.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch like that.
I'm gonna kind of like pull Sir Gillios closer to me.
She goes, I mean, to be fair, I don't know how you're doing making that thing move, but I mean, Clementine, why would she steal it? She can't make it move. Although, she likes weird shit, so.
Well, thank you for the warning.
Next time you come in to the carnival, I'm fighting you, big man.
Take you up on that.
He'd be happy to do it.
And I'm gonna fuck you up.
Okay,
I'm gonna bet on her.
I mean, I won't kill you, I promise.
it's pretty fair. Please don't.
That's the rule. No killing. No killing. You folks have a good rest of your day. Go do whatever it is you're gonna do. Tell Zanlin Butch said hi.
Thanks, will do. Nice spirit. Have a nice day.
We'll do Zanlin.
I
Or
want to
not
whisper
Zanlin,
underneath
Butch.
my breath as we walking off. Weird shit.
Yes.
I'm gonna do weird shit with that puppet.
So you guys make your way through the rest, and it's really like it's a slum. Like there's people sleeping on the street, drunk people. There's piss and shit everywhere. Like it's gross.
Fucking Los Angeles.
You don't want to be in Cal. Cal's is a bad place to be. But yeah, eventually you make your way out and up the little sky bridge up to like a probably third or fourth story, and you go in. You see this inn in front of you. It looks like the sort of burned out hull of an airship. There's rusty support beams that have been sort of pried away to make a space, but there's no roof over it. It's literally just the upside down like metal hull or skeleton of a ship, and there's like makeshift tables and chairs, and you can see there's a makeshift bar. You see as you approach, this warforged just standing here like this. He's probably about 9 feet tall. Just doesn't say anything as you walk in. He just looks like he's being menacing.
I'll just head now.
Okay.
So
Good day, large fellow. And I walk in.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in. You see there's a it's the same sort of thing as the carnival at the Clash. There's big industrial spools like turned on their side with like crates and boxes for chairs. You see as you sit down, this little halfling walks over to you. He says, "Welcome to the Ratchet. My name's Alan. I own the place. Can I get you folks something to drink or something to eat? You ain't got much, but."
and yes,
Butch decided to tell you hi.
"Oh, Butch! I ain't seen Butch in a while. She stays over there. That guy Mech, he apparently is a good cook. She used to come over here all the time and eat whatever we'd cook up here. But yeah, well, I guess she likes Mech.
grown a nice beard by now.
Oh, she's always had a nice beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an interesting one. Yeah, she's a good fighter. Yeah, real good.
You think she could take my friend there?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe with if he's got his sword, I don't know. Like she's just gonna go after with her hands. She's
see.
crazy.
You mean Meg, the person who stands over the
Yeah, the half elf that cooks over the trash can. He's a good cook.
I kind of just like look
Lively
at him
fellow.
and
I mean, if I could afford to have him here, although Clementine probably slit my throat if I took her cook. To be honest, but I'd love to have him here. He's way better cook than I am.
Yeah, I wouldn't cross that Clementine.
Nothing.
She's a real firecracker.
Yeah, well, I got this crazy guy named Wilfred that cooks for me. He's all right, I guess. He's real.
There's no open flames, correct? No open fire, like where.
Well, I mean, he's got a stove and an oven and
okay.
you know regular cooking.
It's back in the kitchen though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not much of a kitchen, but it's back there in what was probably like a cabin or something. I don't know.
Can you do it if you don't see them? Like even if she has to have see.
I would think I'd have to see it to like be able to like manipulate it the way I want. It's like 30 feet away.
He
Or
says,
60 feet
anyway,
away.
you said you want a drink.
And
So,
food.
he says we got ale, just regular old box standard ale, $2 a pint. So what are you in the mood for? He says we got this is my personal favorite is I call it Zanlin Special. Yeah, you might like it. It's a big plate of rice. It's covered in some dragon's breath pepper sauce.
There you go.
All right, excellent. He goes, all right, so one special. Anybody else want food, drink?
Gendrix hasn't eaten anything all day because everywhere that he's been, he's found all the food disgusting. So he's just going to say, can I just have some of that rice?
Oh yeah, two specials. All right.
No, just the rice.
What, without the sauce?
Yes.
Oh, you see, he looks a little crestfallen. He says, the sauce what makes it really good.
I'll
All
take
right.
some rice with some sauce.
Okay,
But it doesn't have meat in it, right?
Yeah, it's just rice and dragon's breath pepper sauce.
Heck yeah.
No
Yeah.
peppers. I mean, no meat.
Hmm?
It's got no meat in it.
I just want the rice.
You want some of these nuts and berries?
Yes, please. A little taste of home.
Didn't have a heart to eat them in front of him.
All right, so an ale. What about for you to drink?
Water.
Okay.
Do you have wine here?
We have ale flavored wine.
Oh,
How about mead?
We have ale flavored mead.
I guess I'll take your finest ale-flavored wine mead then.
All right, cool.
can I have a palette of each one of your ale-flavored things?
I mean, you realize it's all the same thing, right?
Yes.
All right, so 3 ales for you. He says, all right, I'll be right back. He comes back and sets down several ales on the table, sets down water for you. Sorry, did you want anything, ma'am? I didn't see you there behind the big
She doesn't
sign.
have her flavor crystals.
She likes to
I'm
eat
not
ass.
hungry.
I don't know what that means.
I don't eat. Never mind. I'm not hungry.
All right, well, just enjoy the atmosphere then. I guess. He comes back a little bit later and sets down the rice.
My flavor palette. How much for the special?
The special is $1.
I do try to like pick like a little bit of life off of anybody that I think is like sort of passed out or like drunk looking.
Oh yeah, there's several people that are drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone
Okay.
I think won't be noticeable.
Okay. All right.
You're stealing life from people that are already hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They're gonna have a terrible hangover.
You see, as you're sitting there, a guy walks in and he kind of claps Booter on the. It's a human, but he's pretty big. He's probably 6'3", 6'4". Well, not well dressed, but like, he's not wearing rags like some of the people that are here. He's got like a coat. It's frayed and whatever, but he's wearing a top hat, and he just kind of claps Booter on the shoulder as he walks by. He goes, "Good to see you." And he walks in and he sits down and he goes, "Sandlin, bring me a special and one of those risky cheese sandwiches. I'm famished."
Risky? What is risky about a cheese sandwich?
And Zanlin comes around and he goes, oh, Baron, good to see you. How's the guild going? And
Did you call him Baron?
Cheese sandwiches.
BHEREN, not like
B-H-E-R-E-N.
BH.
B-H. Gotcha.
Baron, whatever. Not like a
Given
not
the
like
option
a
for a cheese sandwich.
He said risky cheese. So
He said risky cheese.
I don't know how you mess up a cheese sandwich.
I want a risky whiskey cheese sandwich.
risky. He's hey, hold up, I'll be right there. He says, I'll ask you about Clifftop in a minute. I gotta take you his cousin. And he runs over and he goes, risky.
Whatever he just ordered.
A risky cheese sandwich.
You didn't tell me.
I mean,
about
I don't
this.
know what kind of cheese. I call it risky because it could be fresh, it could be moldy. I don't know. It's just whatever we
Cheese.
got it's whatever's in the storehouse. Sometimes it's not so fresh, but I mean, it's cheese, right? It's better when it's moldy, right?
Right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
I'm
it, you know, it
traumatized.
could mess with the Constitution a bit. I don't know.
We'll
Anyway,
try.
so a cheese sandwich for you too. All right, cool.
Constitution.
That's 4 copper. We'll put it on the bill. And he does come back with a risky cheese sandwich for you.
Yeah.
Roll
gonna-
these percentile dice
I'm
to see
gonna,
how
like-
risky your cheese sandwich
Okay.
is.
I was like, what color
I'm gonna
is
open the
cheese?
sandwich. That's a 30.
A 30.
Or no, a 3, sorry.
A 3.
That's a 3.
Oh, it's real risky.
I'm gonna reveal a straight up green cheese
Yeah,
sandwich.
you can see that it used to probably be like sort of a yellowy brown sort of cheese, like a nutty sort of like a cheddar or something like that. But yeah, it's got like white and green like all over it.
I don't believe this is cheese anymore.
So of course it is. It's just it's better that way. The people way up there, they probably love that stuff.
I hope you're not gonna
I
eat that.
beg to differ.
Well, way up there.
Way up there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Ouch.
smell it. Is it like rancid?
No, it just smells moldy.
It smells moldy.
It's
Oh.
got a bunch of mold on it.
Is it like a solid piece of cheese? Or
Yeah, it's just like a thick slice.
if I like break it in half, is the center?
Yeah, the center's still good.
Would I know anything about it? Like based on like the way it smells or looks?
I mean it's mold. Nothing.
I can't tell if it's safe or not.
Yeah, it's not gonna like you know, it's
Is
not
the
like
dude still standing there?
Zalen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about our specials?
There. He sort of looks at you and says, I already brought him out to
Oh,
you.
yeah.
know?
She's
Yeah.
far away from here. Forgive
I
her.
need you to go get me some ale. I changed my mind.
All right, of course.
I take the sandwich and I throw it back as soon as he
I'm
leaves.
like grabbing the sandwich like.
I'm gonna take the sandwich. You don't need anything.
Sandwich fight.
Just toss my sandwich.
Roll
It's
a
pretty good.
roll an athletics check.
An athletic check.
You can oppose it, Oligar.
Yeah, I'm gonna oppose it. It's my sandwich. That's damn it. I can't roll it for shit.
It's a slippery.
Stop
risky
rolling.
cheese
That is
sandwich.
gonna be a straight 12.
13.
Yeah. So you grab
My
it, and he just
sandwich.
snatches it over and goes, "That's my moldy sandwich."
Now.
Can I like try
And
to
he-
like maneuver and like
Do-
see if
do
I
you
can
just
grab
at
it?
that point? Do you just grab the whole thing and stuff it in your face?
No, I'm grabbing it. Now, can I hold Feather for a moment?
For what purpose?
I need to cut some of this mold off of this cheese.
I'll reach in and grab my actual boot knife and how about this instead?
Please don't encourage this because
That'll
I
work.
feel
Thank
like
you.
his constitution. We don't know which
And I'm
end
gonna
it'll come
whittle.
out of. It could come out this end or the other end,
I'm
and
gonna
I'm
whittle
not
some of
here
that.
for
You,
that.
you
Mold
scrape most of it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of it that's a little ornery.
You add a little more cheese to it, you know,
Yeah.
boot cheese.
And I'm just straight on the floor, just whittle
Okay.
some of this off.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna eat the cheese.
Okay.
I eat cheese sandwich while I eat my special.
I'm
Like, I want to dip it
traumatized.
in the, you know.
Yeah.
Ribbon is
So the two of you that
traumatized.
got the sauce is spicy.
Oh,
Like
that's
it
delicious.
is. It's like it's not last dab hot, but it's got some real kick to it. But it tastes like strangely enough, the sauce the rice is like mushy. It's way overcooked. It's not good. But the sauce itself is strangely you're like, wow, I'd really like this on a decent substrate because this rice is terrible.
I'm pretty used to mushy rice, so I'm gonna
Okay.
really enjoy my spicy mushy rice.
Is Ansley used to mushy rice or is Riven used to mushy rice?
Probably both.
Okay.
This rice is disgusting, but the sandwich.
You just ate a moldy
this
cheese sandwich.
sandwich.
You just don't even
Is
speak to me.
delicious.
Don't even
You
speak to me.
hear like a large grumble coming from Gendrix's belly as he's like picking up spoonfuls of the rice and like just watching it go back into the
Slopping it.
bowl and turning it over. And then he just starts to look around and he looks just around the bar to see what he can see.
Okay, yeah, you see this this guy that walked in. His food has come out. He's eating it. Zanlin has stopped by his table to talk to him a couple times, although you can't really make out what they're saying. You see this very real reedy looking dude kind of walking back and forth where the kitchen area is. It looks like he's the cook. And then there's a Kalashtar woman sitting sort of back by the bar. And she just got her arms crossed and she's death staring this guy that came in and sort of hit Booter on the shoulder. But she's not doing anything. She's just really like death stare, like 1,000-yard stare through this guy's head.
And I'll mention to Oligar and say over there is a rival guild member, I assume.
You want to go talk to her?
Could be. I'll take the guy with the sandwich. And I'm gonna get up with probably my 2 ales that are left, and I'm gonna.
You
go
think
sit
he has
at
hot breath? Would he have hot breath? I imagine he has hot breath.
He probably has hot breath all the time. Is he?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So
At the Burns table.
what are we doing? So you went over to Baron's table.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you
I'm
do?
gonna go talk to the lady who's like looking the
Okay.
dude down.
You walk up. She's like I said, she's just sitting at the bar and sort of turned sideways.
I'm on her heel.
Okay. But yeah, there's a stool next to her that you could sit down on.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and be like,
She just sort of looks at you and goes, "Yes."
can I not just sit here?
Well, you're looking at me.
Well, you're looking at me.
Well, you walked into my line of view.
Well, you're in my line of view.
I hate to break up
She
this
looks-
dazzling conversation.
She looks over Riven's head and goes, "Are you at least not going to be confrontery?"
Well, I
mean, if you have a
just-
question, you can ask me a question.
Well, yes, I was just actually curious.
Why do you look like you're gonna kill him?
That
I mean, I'm not going to.
I'm just wondering.
But
you
he
appear to
he's-
dislike him very much?
Well, he's a recruiter for the Clifftop.
He's a recruiter for Clifftop, and so what does that mean to you exactly? Is
Who
what
are
I'm
the
curious
Clifftops?
about.
Clifftop Guild, they're an adventurer guild. I work for the Deskgate Guild,
The Deskgate Guild.
also an adventurers guild.
What is your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Elisar.
Elisar.
What are the difference between these two adventuring guilds?
I mean, I don't really know much about them other than that they send people out to do jobs and recover artifacts, and it's the same thing we do. So I mean, you know, if they get good people and we don't get them, then that sucks for us. So I just keep an eye on Baron because he comes down here a lot. I try to make sure that I feed Rabble his way.
So,
You can see she has a big cut that kind of goes from here and sort of like goes down her face, and it's not scarred yet. It's fairly fresh. You can see it still has stitches in it, coming like that.
Not to be rude, but what happened to your face?
She goes, "Oh, I was down here the other day, and I was talking to a potential recruit, and this recruit didn't seem to be too interested in joining up with us, and so I went to leave for the day. And as I sort of made my way, got a little bit past Booter up there, this creature just jumped out of the shadows and attacked me. I mean, I fended him off, and he ran away, but."
do you
Creature.
remember anything about this creature?
I mean, he looked a little like weaselly, like a rat. He had like a rat face.
Interestingly enough, I'm curious about other such incidences. Do you know of any other attacks?
Yeah, apparently there was some people from some other guilds that have been attacked, like nearby. Like Zanlin probably knows a little bit more. I mean, Booter might know, but I'm looking him to talk.
I'll certainly try.
What direction did the creature come from?
I mean, it came out of a shadow, like to the left of where, like, almost came around behind Booter, so like I couldn't see him.
Do you think that these attacks could be motivated by, say, guild quarrels?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who the other people that were attacked were.
I see.
I just know that I was attacked. And like I said, I heard that there's been some people that have died nearby, so those could be related. But like I said, ask Zanlin, he'll probably know more.
So at this point, Matt's feeling like she might be blowing smoke. What kind of a sense of
Give
feeling
me an
would
insight
get
check.
from her?
Give me an insight check.
Nice. That's gonna be a 17.
17. She's being, I mean, the best you can tell, she's being straightforward. She knows that she was attacked, but she's like, I don't know who the other people were.
Okay. Oh, well,
And what time
It
was
doesn't
this
seem like
about?
there's no subterfuge that you detect or anything.
okay. Well,
What time did this happen about?
Oh, I was down here a little before dinner a few days ago, so early evening. For got this cut across my face. Had to call in a favor with Jarasco, but
Jarasco is the cleric?
no, the House of Healing,
Oh, the House of Healing. Sorry.
House Jarasco.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you quite well. The sound in here.
That's weird.
Very well. Thank you for your time, Elisar. It's been enlightening. And I'll kind of get up.
She sort of looks at you and says, "You're not looking for employment, right?"
Perhaps. What?
Stop by Deskgate. You look promising. If I'm not there, tell him that I told you to stop by. I get commission.
We'll do. What? And what's the name of that guild again?
The Deskgate Guild.
Deathgate Guild.
They are located in the Deskgate district.
Of course.
Is it desk as in like this is a desk
Death.
here? Death?
Death.
Death.
Death's Gate.
I thought you
Oh.
said desk gate.
I've been thinking you've been saying desk gate, and I was like,
Deaths.
okay.
Yeah, there's a
I was like,
district.
they sound lame as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Deskgate.
district I believe that is in Middle
Come do paperwork.
Tabbock's Landing. I believe is where
That's
Deskgate is.
why they're not getting people. It's because their name is desk gate.
Lame
Okay,
as
so you went over to Baron.
What?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. I'm gonna
So-
sit down.
Okay, so you sit down and he sort of looks at you and goes. He sees your mark and he goes, huh, well, here. Because I don't think I could recruit you, could I? Know that.
Recruit me for what? I just came to thank you for ordering the risky cheese sandwich.
You see his risky cheese sandwich is mostly eaten.
How
it's just-
risky was yours?
Well, it's just how I like it.
Super risky.
Yeah. That's the best kind.
I mean, I had to shave a little bit of mine off. It was a little too risky for me.
Yeah, you can't come in here early in the week and had a chance to sit around enough.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's pretty intense.
No, my name's I don't remember my name.
Baron.
I don't remember my last name. My name's Baron Coronor.
Cornhole?
Coronor.
Oh.
Yeah, I slur my words a little bit when I talk.
That's all right.
Says,
I'm hard of hearing.
no, I'm a recruiter for the Clifftop Guild.
I think I've
Familiar?
heard of those. Vaguely.
All right, well,
I'm sure somebody took a note.
yeah, well, anyway, the Clifftop, we hire people out to do various jobs, things like that. But I mean, you got you're marked. You're probably not looking to sign on with a guild. I would think you probably got a job.
Sure. I've got a few jobs.
Cool.
But, I travel with some companions that are always looking for something else to do.
Oh, okay.
So, what's special about Clifftop?
I mean, we've got a little bit of a cornered market on some dig sites right on the border of the Mournland. A few that go into the Mournland. We've got sort of an exclusive deal there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Deskgate tries to encroach on it sometimes, but there's a bunch of rabble.
Exclusive rights, huh?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Is that what brings you in here all the time? You just recruiting people? Or you
I
just
mean,
like
yeah,
hanging
we need all kinds of people for the Clifftop Guild. We need like skilled like fighters and explorers and inquisitives and things like that. He says we need folks that are that can just like haul treasure back and drive wagons and stuff. So I mean, we have all kinds.
That's pretty neat.
You don't have to be super skilled. If you have a good skill, then you're highly employable. But if you're just good at driving a wagon, like we need that too. So
Oh, that's pretty good. I bet you do recruit a lot of people.
I mean, there's a lot of people down here that want money. So for a couple of gold, we can get somebody to carry a sword and walk beside a wagon and look scary.
That's fair.
If they get attacked, they're probably going to die because they don't know how to use that sword. But when they're just holding it, they can look scary.
I know something about that. So let me ask you this, because we're here investigating a whole bunch of murders.
Oh yeah.
You come here often enough to know anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, I come down here several times a week. Zalin's a good friend.
Have you seen anything? Know anybody that died?
He says, yeah, there was a guild that we work with a lot, the Wanderers. A fellow of theirs was down here, and apparently was murdered like right out front, like before Booter could like do anything about it. The guy was like dead, and the assailant ran off.
Damn. You don't know what did it or who did it?
No, I mean, obviously, Rasmus is dead, so I can't really ask him what happened. Booter doesn't talk. Zalin just said it was some sort of a weird-looking, like, ratty creature. I don't know.
That's weird. Booter won't talk or can't talk?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've never heard him talk, so maybe can't. I mean, Zanlin did kind of fix him up, so,
Yeah.
I mean, Zanlin obviously doesn't know much about making Warforged, so he just kind of farted around until he started working. So, I don't know. I mean, Booter's really, like, Buddha's really good. Like, start a bar fight, Buddha will mess you up. But
I probably won't try that. All right. Well, I appreciate the information. If we're looking for a guild, I'll definitely keep Clifftop in mind.
all right. What was your name?
Oligar.
Aligar. All right. Well, you know, I don't know if we can pay what the house probably pays, but you know,
I'm sure
something interesting.
you might could. Then I'll just leave the ale next to him and
Okay.
take my other one and get up and walk off.
Okay. As you are standing up and walking back, there is a terrible racket in the back in the kitchen, and you see this figure dart out of the back of the kitchen, like werewolf leap over the bar and just attack Baron from behind.
Sure.
And you can see he sort of rolls and he slashes at Baron and starts biting at him. You gonna do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna grapple that
All right,
bitch.
so that'll be initiative.
Who?
I would like to join in on
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean everybody
You're a
can get
bastard.
in on it. That's not.
I'm gonna put my
It's not exclusive.
Pokemon.
You can all see this happening.
Oh my gort.
I was
Oligar just happens
surprised
to be right there.
without being surprised.
Ah, bitch balls.
I was right there, but you will all go before me.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Yep. We all
you roll a
rolled
fat
really
one?
poorly.
Huh?
Did you roll a fat one?
I did.
Nice.
I absolutely did. My stars. And I'm just gonna stand there and watch this shit go down.
Oligar's shocked. That's why you haven't got one yet.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The shit goes down and my dice
see.
fuck up.
All right, Genesis.
15.
15.
Someone help him. A 2.
Deuce. Ribbon.
7.
Nice. And Gendrix.
10.
Wow. You guys are-
Please stop ripping his arm off.
All right, Genesis. You're sitting several tables over. You see this creature with like rat-like face, wearing like an apron, with no shirt and like raggedy pants, come vaulting over, and he just slash and starts trying to bite this guy that Oligar was just talking to.
I'm gonna like jump up, and it's happening too quickly for me to decide, so I just grab like a random thing and put it together and drink it. And that's gonna be my Chaos Bolt.
I was about to say, we all die.
22 to hit him.
Yeah. He's wearing an apron.
I should roll decently with one of them. So I'm going to use thunder damage. Haven't tried that one out yet.
Okay.
And
That's
it's
a good one.
more. So 8, 9, 15 damage.
Nice.
There you go.
Roll decently for once.
Damn.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Yeah, you just kind of kick the chair out, and you're like, ugh! And this like dark black energy like shoots out of her hand. You see lightning crackle through it, and it strikes this creature like in the chest as he's savaging this guild recruiter. He sort of leans back and at you, Gendrix.
I'm gonna look at this creature and I'm gonna say something like, "When's the last time you took a bath? You smell like a dirty old rug," and use vicious mockery against him.
All right.
It. That'll
Does
be
he
it.
make a save?
Yeah, that's a
on that?
Wisdom save, DC 15.
3.
Nice. So he's that dude's gonna take 1 psychic damage and
Nice.
have disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Disadvantage on his next attack.
Well,
One
before
second.
the end of his next turn.
Okay. Riven. Anything else?
I'm gonna use a little bardic inspiration on Oligar.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you.
Riven.
I imagine I will still have my little puppet dude out since I just came from.
You never said you put him away, so yeah, we can
Yeah.
assume that.
And then I'm gonna walk over there and smack him real good.
Smack.
Okay.
Smack, smack.
Well, tear that ass.
Go for it. Roll. your
Smack
dice.
That's
Oh,
going
that
to be a
would've been so much better.
14.
14 will hit.
Nice.
That's fine with me. That's gonna be an 11.
Dope.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Damn.
Told you I was gonna tab that ass.
Nope.
I see nothing. I see 3.
3. Well, no, you probably don't even need the check to be fair to know this. Like you hit, and it doesn't seem to do anything to this creature.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
That'll
He
be his
doesn't
turn.
like having its ass tapped.
That'll be his turn. He will. He is going to attempt to bite. Ooh.
You have
hits.
disadvantage.
Oh yeah. I rolled better on second. But he does hit, and then so I gotta make a con save for the guy. That's good. He rolled a natural 20 on his con save.
He's in tip-top condition.
Okay. And then he is going to claw at him. Actually, no, he wouldn't peel off. He does miss with his claw. Okay, and that'll bring up Olgar.
Oh, this is happening right in front of me.
I'm gonna smack him. Well, let's see. So he's like on top of this dude.
Yeah. And he's crashed through the table. The remnants of the risky cheese sandwich have flown away. The table is broken, and he is like he's just bitten this guy in the neck, or like in the clavicle, and
I'm going to try to grapple him from behind
okay,
and just like bear hug him from behind.
all right.
That is what I'm going to attempt to do. Ball sack. That's a 12.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Yeah, we tied, and I don't know who it goes to.
Oh, okay. Okay, I roll a 12 again.
Okay, well this time I beat you. I rolled a 19.
He's
So
gonna
you
try
go to
to
grab him,
follow
and he
it.
just sort of wiggles out.
All right.
And he sort of looks back at you, Oligar,
More
and
dice
just
rolling
and
space.
snarls, and he is going to use legendary action to bite you.
Okay. I gotta get my throw rolls in.
Legendary.
Can't wait till we get my shit in. There we go.
I mean, it's not really a legendary action. He's going to use an extra action
Gotcha.
because he's not legendary, but he does need to attack more than once per round.
He's under legendary odds.
But not when he rolls a 5 to hit you.
no.
That probably misses.
Yes.
So yeah, you're good. He snaps at you, and you just like bat his face away.
Blow some cheese breath in his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. I mean, he's a rat. You probably like that.
Probably.
That will bring up Genesis.
We ate the last of his cheese. That's why he's pissed.
So is he facing away from me? Like, is his back to me since he was
Yes.
attacking Oligar? Okay. I'm gonna, I kind of like grab my goggles and I put them on my forehead and I like reach out and this skeletal hand comes out and I try to like grab him by the throat.
Okay, what are you casting?
It is Chill Touch.
Okay, that works. Go for it.
That's probably gonna work. 19 plus 4, 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
5 damage.
All right. He seems to take all of that. Anything else?
No. Because
You
now I
guys
can
see this
get him from
skeletal
where I'm
hand
at.
just glide across the room and grab this thing, and it's where its flesh is exposed. You can see it just starts to desiccate. Ginger.
Yeah, you're defecating all over the place.
Ooh, yeah, I'll pull out my pistol now and take a little shot. I think that's gonna hit. That's a 16 on the die.
Yep.
All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and do psychic blades on this, so that it will give me an extra 2d6 damage. Psychic
Okay.
damage.
So you can just roll me the psychic damage.
I can-
The other bit doesn't hurt.
Okay.
I mean,
No modifier or anything.
yeah, just the psychic.
All right. So that'll be 8 points of psychic damage.
Nice. Okay, Riven.
Poison spray.
Okay, go for it. Or do I make a con save or something?
You make a con save.
Con save. Okay.
Come on, shave it.
18.
Fuck that bitch.
The poison goes, and he just sort of it seems to not affect him as he breathes in. However, he does on his turn use his action, and he sort of transforms the same size, but his fingers become less claw-like and more human. His face he still looks ratty, like he looks like a ratty person, but he looks like a human now instead of a rat head. And you can see he just starts whimpering, goes, please, don't kill me, please stop. And he's just like covering his head.
Does he look like the cook from the kitchen?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Are we still initiative order?
I mean, that's up to you guys. You don't kill him.
Yeah, I'll start walking over there.
I'm gonna hit him with or I'm gonna smack him with my puppet's shield. Just
Okay.
right across
He's
the
just
head. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out rope and hog tie that bitch.
Okay. Yeah, you grab his hand. He's like, oh, don't. And he kind of fights you a little bit, but you just sort of put your elbow in his back and tie him up. And you sort of goes, no, don't tell him to please, don't tell them.
Tell who what? I'm gonna slap him. Tell who what?
Okay, make me an. Let me see. Make me an intimidation check.
Okay. That's gonna be a 17.
17. Okay. He says, the lady in the black cloak. Don't let them. Don't take me to her, please.
I'm gonna slap him again. Who the fuck is the lady in the black coat?
He says, I don't know. She had a black cloak with a hood, and I couldn't see her face, but she had the little clasp was a green hand.
Clasp with a green hand.
Does that sound familiar at all?
Make a religion check.
For all of us.
If I'm not proficient in religion,
Yeah, anybody can make it.
Okay. That's gonna be a 10.
dice, do you mind? I'm fucking getting
That one.
13.
Me and religion, like, we don't. I didn't even try to roll that.
Okay, so what'd you roll?
A 2.
2,
13.
13,
10.
10. You would know with your 13 that you assume that it could be the Order of the Emerald Claw.
Order of the Emerald Claw.
In the process, I'm gonna raise my hand again and be like, "What
And
the fuck are you?"
I'll reach out and grab her hand and say, no, calm down, calm
I'm
down.
just a man.
That doesn't look like a man to me.
Now, friend, what is your name?
My name's Wilfred Peel.
Wilfred, it's obvious that you were not in control of yourself just moments ago.
Well, to be fair, I was.
Okay, so you better start talking.
So what was your purpose then?
He says, she paid me 50 gold pieces to run off the guild recruiters that came to the ratchet.
Why did she do so?
I don't know. She just gave me the bag of coins here. And he pulls a bag of coins like out of his pouch. She goes, I've spent some of it, but there's what's left. And it's like 41 gold.
Well, then that will definitely cover the cost of your ass kicking. Now then,
What are you?
what?
I'm just a I've got a bit of lycanthropy. That's all I'm aware at.
How many people have you killed?
A were-rat.
Yeah. What are you?
Half-elf.
You look funny.
Have I
I
ever,
look
like, come
funny.
across a were-rat, or do I, like, have I ever heard of them?
You've probably heard of them. They usually tend to skulk in sewers and stuff. They can turn into giant rats as well as this hybrid of a human rat
Okay.
person. Above game they're like werewolves, but they're rats.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check on the Baron. Is he alright?
Yeah, you can see he's got some cuts and stuff, but he doesn't. He seems he's sort of brushed himself off, and he's grabbed a napkin and sort of dabbing at the different cuts and things that he has.
He's gonna be one too. Kill him.
Might
But I'll,
just
like,
see a
lean
healer.
in and put my hand on his
Just,
shoulder.
oh, of course I will. But the Wilfred just sort of looks at you. I don't know. I think you asked him a question.
Yeah, I
forgot what it was.
how many people have you killed in front of this tavern?
He sort of looks over at the woman that you went and talked to. He goes, I wasn't trying to kill her.
So you're telling me now that you've killed no one?
No, I did two others.
2 others.
You've killed 2 other people. Let me just get
Only
it straight.
2 others.
Yes, just 2 others.
Well,
I promise, don't let her know you caught me. Take me in, take me to the watch.
well, Wilford.
I'm gonna slap him one last time.
Please don't.
I'm going to go ahead and let you know that there is a bounty on your head, and you will be coming with us.
Well, just don't take me.
just-
It's not from her, is it?
I don't know who the bounty is from.
Where did you find this lady?
She came to me. She met me in the back alley.
So she just poofed, came out of nowhere.
I don't know. I was taking a break. I was, just out back taking a break from my work of cleaning the pots and stuff. And this lady just walked up to me and she asked me if I worked at the Rusty Ratchet.
So then how did she know that you were a rare rat?
Well, I mean, I don't know if she did. She saw me. I was out back having a cigarette, and she asked me if I would kill people that came from the Avengers. I said, no, I'm not going to kill anybody. That's terrible. And then she said, there's gold in it for you. And I said, okay, all right. And she gave me a pouch of 50 gold that I just gave to him.
A dirty 20 for insight on what kind of vibes I'm getting from this guy.
He's scared as shit.
He seems pretty honest and
Yeah,
scared.
he is scared shitless that you were going to go tell this woman that you have uncovered her foul plan to kill guild recruiters.
Okay.
Did she give you a one-time payment? Or will she be back?
Well, no, she just mentioned a couple of guilds and said if they sent people down here to kill them.
Then why would you attack this dude visibly out in the open, jump over the counter, and go all ratty?
Well, to be fair, I didn't know you people were going to be here. The other one's been pretty easy. They die pretty quick, and I can get away before Booter even knows it's me.
But is she coming back to
I don't
pay you
know.
again?
She didn't say. She gave me gold, told me to kill some people. I mean, I guess I could have not killed anybody. She already paid me the gold, but,
Would you pay someone for a job they haven't done yet?
I certainly wouldn't. I'm very frugal.
But
I
someone
slap him
is this
again.
scared of you.
He's like, stop!
And it might
Like,
well
he's
be
not even
embarrassing.
covering, like, he's hogtied. Like, you're just
Yeah.
basically, like, you're kicking a tied person right now.
It feels very great.
Riven,
He is
Riven.
completely defenseless, and you just keep kicking him in the stomach.
He just killed a couple of people. He was paid to kill people, and the slime bag thinks that's okay.
Lucky for him, he's immune to bludgeoning damage. It's not magical, so.
She's got a magical boot.
He's going to have other problems, I assure you.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a hell lot of other problems. Slap
Now,
him again.
now you see, my friend, I can keep her off of you for only so long. And she's
everything I know.
she's very scary. So we're going to try to expedite this process. I just want to ensure that we're going to do a little math here. You said you've killed 2 people.
That's right.
Now, how many other deaths have been going on around this tavern? Any?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? None?
I mean, I'm sure we are in Calistan. People get killed here all the time. It's a shithole. That's why I live here. I'm a
agree
rat.
wholeheartedly with that. I see. Well, okay. I'm just trying to ensure that there's not another would-be murderer or murder for hire.
I mean, I don't know.
Where was the brothel at?
In Sharn's Welcome, which is in Cliffside.
Do you know of any other were rats?
I mean, yeah.
Names, please.
Have you ever made your way to Sharon's Welcome? Visited any brothels?
No. I mean, when I came to the city, I came in on a boat that docked in Sharn's Welcome, but that was 5 years ago. The war was still going on.
Is Baron still there, right?
Yeah.
Baron Cornhole? Do his claw marks, like, I'm just going to look at them and just kind of see what they look like.
I mean, they just look like really deep, like, scratches. From...
Yeah. And I'm just going to kind of remember what they look like.
Okay.
Baron, what do you think of all this? Someone hired this person to assault you and try to run you off.
Oh, well, I mean, when you work for the Cliff Top, you're very famous, so I could see why somebody would want to knock us off.
Do you know of anyone off the top of your head who might wear such a brooch and dress in like manner?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. Shady people wear dark cloaks all the time. I can tell you want to kill me, though. And he just points at Elisar. He goes, it was probably her.
Well, considering that this
And she just yells from across the
Rat?
bar, fuck you, Baron.
Well, I've already made her acquaintance. She's a lovely poor woman.
You're not a great judge of character, then, my friend. She's a
I-
harpy.
I speak quite sarcastically quite often.
I see.
Anyways, so you can't think of anyone who might be a part of some, say, maybe religious cult that has that green hand, and that's fine.
He says, well, now that you mention it, green hand. It could be a green claw, I suppose.
A green claw.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the Emerald Claw would come after adventurers.
you didn't express this stuff to the group, did you?
Not in the presence of the rat, no.
Oh.
Yeah, when he says Emerald Claw, you see the rat just like breaks down, or the rat man just breaks down crying. He's like, oh no, it can't be them.
What do you mean it can't be them? And I raise my hand again.
He's like, if it's the Emerald Claw, they're terrible.
The Emerald Claw,
Okay,
where can
I'm
we-
gonna need more information to go on with that.
They're a terrible cult.
Where can we find more information since you can't give us any?
Oh, I can get. He can
And you
give
can tell
us
he's
some.
just like he's freaked because he doesn't know where to, like, you know, he's like you will Karnath. You could go to Karnath. They might know.
So you think that we should go to another nation entirely?
Well, it's not like there's a church for the Emerald Claw around here anywhere. It's illegal.
Do I know anything about Emerald Claw? Karnath?
You can roll me a religion check.
If I hear Karnath, that's where like they do the blood of bowl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would imagine I did some research into that. 11.
11.
Oh, 12. I'm sorry.
I mean, you've heard of the Emerald Claw. It's a bunch of crazy, like, zealotous Karnathi folks that are crazy about the promotion of Karnath. And there's rumors that they dabble in, like, weird undead shit outside of, like, what Karnath normally does.
But they're not specifically the ones that like raise the dead, like
I
with
mean,
the blood of bowl and all.
No, it's the Order of the Emerald Claw. Used with that role, with your role, you would know this. They used to be an order of knights that fought for Karnath. Shit went real wrong, and so no, they're not. They were an order of living knights who fought alongside undead, but they were not necromancers
Okay.
when they were knights. What's become of them now, you don't know. But you do know that they were an order of knights from Karnath. You know that.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna go over there and pick up the.
But you all know that the Order of the like
Right.
Karnath has denounced them and they've been outlawed. Like so the fact that she was wearing this in public is fucking weird.
Scandalous.
I'm gonna pick up the rat like a handbag.
Okay.
So is this the one?
Seems like it.
Can I slap him one more time?
I mean, we got a long road ahead to turn him in wherever the fuck we're gonna turn him in. That I forgot instantly.
Do we want to catch her?
I mean, we're not going to with this thing. That's a whole nother.
Well, maybe if we stay just to where.
She's not gonna come back.
Okay.
And as we kind of gather up the party and the rat man to leave, I'm going to kind of aside to Riven. I'm going to say, if you truly have such a problem with killing for money, maybe you should find other people to work with. And I'll kind of walk off.
What is what's his name? Booter?
Booter?
Yeah, what is Booter doing?
So when the fight broke out, he sort of like turned and sort of like walked into, because remember this isn't like a closed bar, it's this hull of a skeleton of a ship. He sort of turned and walked, and he saw you like fling the firebolt, I think was what you did first, or whatever you did first. He was just kind of like, and y'all seemed to be handling yourself, and he was like, I don't know. And he just stood there and watched.
Booter gonna stay.
I'm sure he likes a good bit of just entertainment rather than having to work all the time.
Yeah.
So
Booter
I'm
has to
gonna like if everything's chilled down, I'm gonna like turn around and like see him, and I'm gonna like beeline straight for Booter.
Okay.
Booter.
He just sort of looks down at you.
I have a question, and I don't really see people like you or things like you a lot. Can I just, and I like pull out that little like book and I like drew the little like things that fly out of them that we've seen.
The snitches.
Yeah, snitches. Yeah, forgot what we called them. And I just start like talking about it, but like really fast and like trying to describe it. This is what you have? No. What is this? And I'm assuming he's really freaking tall, so I'm
He's
just
like 9
like
feet
this.
He just looks at you.
You don't know what it is? Can you tell me about it? Can you write it? Can you write about it? No. Okay. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. And I just like walk off.
He sort of just stomps back to the front.
I suppose Zanla will have to find a new cook now.
Zanla walks up and he goes, "Yeah, I will."
Right
But, you know, I didn't know he was a rat man.
Are you just like holding him like?
Like a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah, like
You see him twist his head and he goes, "I promise I won't kill anybody, Zanlin. If I get out of jail, well, can I come back and work for you?" And Zanlin just like kicks him in the face and goes, "No, you stupid were-rat."
Yeah.
He goes, get that asshole out of my establishment."
Working on it. I just had to turn
He's
around
like,
and
he
walk
just
off.
he sort of looks at you and he goes, "Wait, do you work for the lady, what was her name? Thuran?
Ugly as hell.
Do you work for her?
No.
Well, what the hell are you doing?" I'm confused.
I'm just gonna like show him the mark that's fucking obviously thrashed.
Yeah. He looks and goes, "Okay, so if you don't work for her, were you just lucky to be able to capture this guy? Because I mean, I put in I asked her to come investigate what was going on down here.
And
She
she
was
asked
busy.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
I'm
do work
just-
for her."
I'm just
No.
lucky. And I'm gonna just turn around and walk off.
This is his first bounty.
He sort of looks. He goes,
We're leaving.
"He goes, I guess I."
Hey Genesis, you should sketch this so we can have this moment forever.
Okay.
Part of me hates all of you right now.
She just has Oligar holding the Louis Vuitton
The
bag.
were-rat turns into a giant rat and runs away.
Get back here!
That would be hilarious.
I just,
Probably not for Seth.
I would just drop the rope, just put it on my shoulder, just walk off.
Another day in the...
See what I mean? This shit happens
Oh shit, that happens then.
every time.
The dude got clawed in the face. Yeah. Do I know anything about him getting scratched? Like, would I know that would make him a were-rat?
You can make an Arcana check.
Oh, it's like sideways. A 17.
Like lycanthropy is weird. You're not sure. He doesn't look like a rat right now. You're not sure. You're not sure what will happen to him.
So instead of saying anything, I just sort of like look him up and down for a minute and I just walk off.
Okay.
See you in a month. See you next full moon.
And you can see. So, are you guys leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you walk away, you just hear him. Like he sits down and he just goes, "Bring me another sandwich, Zanlin." And you guys walk out. Yeah. So you can take this guy to a jail. You can take him kind of wherever you want.
Throw him off the edge. Make him fly.
I suppose there's no better proof of completion of a good bounty than the bounty itself, correct?
Well, I mean, usually you need the bounty to turn it in.
So where would we like to turn this in? I don't think we'll find a establishment of...
You know, there's a city watch station in Middledura, so you just need to go up.
Yeah.
What
Probably
do you
just need to
normally
go
do with
up.
them?
Yeah, I don't think we'll be finding a city watch anywhere near here.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I mean, like you would know the way your house works. If somebody like for a criminal like this, you just take them to once you capture them, you take them to the authorities, and the authorities will give you documentation that you can then take to the house that says, "Here, look, I took or you could just take it directly to the house and they'll deal with taking it to the police. Like it's you can do either one.
So just in theory, how you think that might work, since you've never really done it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sick burn.
All right. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you know the protocols.
Well,
You know
the
what
worst
you're
of that
supposed
could just be dying.
Gendrix says, if it were me, and you probably know what I'm going to say, I would waltz right into the Enclave proudly carrying my bounty. But that's if it were me.
Right. But
But it's you, so what would you like to do?
it's over an hour away, so I'm just going to walk 20 minutes up and drop him off at a jail.
And just let the word of your success get around to your housemates.
Sure.
Rather than, oh, okay, sure, we'll do this your way. This is a house thrashed.
Right.
You do know that to get paid, you've got to go back to the house.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually.
But I'm not going to walk in there and be like, and then throw it,
Yeah.
but eventually.
A more prideful man than Oligar would do that.
Oligar the humble. Start like composing a song about him.
Yes, you get to the watch station. You kind of walk in, and you see the Sharnstein watch. They wear this like green and silver like tabard and surcoat. They have these like silver sort of small conical helms that have a nose piece. And you see they have like chainmail skirts and that kind of a thing. And you walk in, and you see there's a constable like sitting up on a high stool behind a perch. As you walk in, and he goes,
Somebody stole your sweet roll.
he looks at you and says, what is that?
That is what has been killing people in the Rusty Ratchet in Lower Castellan. That you haven't heard about because you don't do anything down there. But I have an order for it from House Thrashk. So put him in the jail and
Good.
hand me the writ. Thank
And
you.
he says, do you have your paperwork?
Yes. And I'll just
And so
put
you
the
see
purse
like,
down.
like
and
two
then-
more constables come out and they like grab him and they undo the rope and give you back your rope.
Thank you.
And they just lead him off to a jail cell. And he kind of looks over your paperwork and he goes, he hands it back to you. He goes, I need you to sign that so I can sign over a warrant for you to the house. And he takes it and he signs it. And then he pulls out a thing. He writes up a real quick document and he gives you both of them back. He says, oh, there you go.
Thank you.
He says, it's not that we don't want to police.
No, it's a
Loder.
shithole. I don't blame you for
It's
going
terrible.
down there.
We just don't have the manpower.
So you accepted that man with no actual
Well, no,
evidence that he is what he is.
Don't
Well, he's
get any ideas.
he has a bounty. He has a bounty contract from Thrash. He'll be tried and everything.
Okay, I was just curious.
I mean, do you want to make a statement on his behalf?
On behalf
He's
of
a
the
rat
Rat Man? No,
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
a Rat Man.
Okay.
We saw him. We did not see him transform into a Rat Man, but we saw him come from behind a counter and attack someone.
Okay.
And then he transformed back into that sniveling thing.
Okay.
After we laid into him.
All right. Well, that seems like pretty decent evidence.
Yeah. So there you go.
I mean, like I said, we in certain parts of the city we do rely on, private investigators and Thrash operatives to bring in criminals where we have inefficient manpower.
I just have a lot
So-
of order.
Can I
So-
ask a
going through my
question?
head.
Dun, dun.
Sure.
If he hadn't given you a statement, would you still have arrested that man?
Yeah. I mean, the Thrash bounty is good enough for us to at least hold the person. I mean, Thrash bounty hunters they're pretty good at their job. So
Not this one.
he brought in a bounty.
That hurts. Why?
Hey,
think
you
the
should
city's
show him the
changing
picture
you.
that you drew earlier.
I'm leaving. Thank
Okay.
you.
I just hold out this drawing, and it is the terrible drawing of
I've
this
walked out
child's
the door.
were rat thing.
Okay.
I'm already gone. I've walked out the door.
As you walk out, several blocks from the precinct station, you do see a couple of buildings that have the windows boarded up that have for rent signs on them. You pass by a tavern called the Witch's Teat.
Ooh.
That's near some of these boarded up buildings. And this is sort of in the middle ground between. It's not quite in Lower Dura and it's not quite in Middle Dura. But at least here, the city, it's still low class, but it's not slums. It's just low class. But you like I said, you do see these boarded up buildings, and this strange tavern that has like the sign on this tavern is like a green skinned witch with a witch hat, but she's wearing like scandalous lingerie and pushing her bosom together.
Color me intrigued. I'm gonna walk in.
Okay.
I may not be prideful, but I do deserve a drink.
Okay.
Let me guess. Hungry again?
I do know.
As you walk
I didn't
in,
have any meat at the last place.
you see there is a human and a halfling that are both wearing barman aprons, and they're running around serving people. And as you sort of walk in and grab a table, or do you go to the bar?
No. I'll go to the table.
Okay, yeah, so you sit down and grab a table, and the halfling runs over to you and goes, "I'll be right with you, sir. Give me but a moment." And he scuttles off, and the human comes by and he says, "Fergus Simpike, at your service. What can I do for you?"
I start chuckling to myself. Got milk.
Well, as a
That's
matter of
funny,
fact,
because it's the witch's teat.
we don't have any witch milk, but we do happen to have some cow milk or goat milk if you're interested. But we call it the witch's teat because if you look over there above the bar, you see.
I don't want to look any further at any kind of
it's just
teats
a
of any
picture. It's a
sort.
picture of me and Durgis's dear old mum up on the wall there.
I'm gonna look.
So the mom is the
it's,
witch.
It's most obviously a painting of a troll.
Nice.
He says, "Oh yeah, that's mom up there. Here comes my brother now." And the halfling goes, he jumps up on a chair, the empty chair at the table, and he holds out his hand to shake your hand. He says, "Durgus Simpike, at your service. How can I help
No.
you, sir?"
Engulf his hand. Looking for food and a drink.
Food, we got a little bit of that. Drink, we got a lot of that. That's why we call the place the Witch's Teeth. We got a friend here, an elf, that brews all these really great ales for us. So we got all kinds of good stuff.
So
here.
where does the teat come into play here?
Well, I mean, it's a plan. We have magical ale, mystical ales that are brewed by an elf.
Inside of a teat?
Probably not.
Okay. See, we can let go
It's
of
just
the
a
teat thing
joke. I
now.
mean, you people aren't any fun. Anyway,
At what age? Did
She
you
tends
let
to
go of
hang
the
on to
teat?
minor details.
she says if you're looking for some food though, my brother Fergus here, he'll have to go whip up something for you. We got a couple of things, but probably the most normal thing that we have here for you folks. It's a little bit late in the day, but we do have the governor's breakfast. It's really quite good. Just some boiled pheasant eggs on a piece of toast.
Pheasant eggs, you said?
Yeah.
I will. I'll take that.
All right. He
Is
goes,
there anything more substantial?
substantial. He goes, probably not really. Like I said, we're more known for our drinks around here, but we do have a thing that Fergus came up with a few weeks ago called the Lucky Hobo. It's a lukewarm baked potato, split open and doused in beans.
I want that.
All right, a hobo for the little girl. We got a hobo and a governor. He says we do have let's see, you're a big fella. Yeah, you might want to go with 2 lucky hobos.
I'll do 2 lucky hobos.
All right.
And a pheasant.
And a breakfast. 2 hobos and a breakfast.
Sure.
All right, so 2 hobos and a breakfast for you. All right, okay.
Why not?
All right. That's gonna let's figure this out. That's gonna be 3.
Spend all my
We'll just call it
money.
4 silver pieces, and then I'll give you a couple coppers in change for that. For you, your hobo's just 9 copper. 2 silver pieces for your
All right,
governors.
I just give him the copper.
And what about for you, Miss?
I'm not hungry.
Oh, all right. What about any drinks? Let me tell you, we got some great things in that Louisa has made for us. We got a beautiful Ondarian ale. It's quite delicious. We've got, of course, just your regular old grog and regular bog standard ale. We've got a bitter wine. It's not really bitter. It's a little bitter, but it's good. The good kind of bitter. We've got
I'll have
Better
the
wine.
wine.
all right, so bitter wine. We've got a cider. We also have some Lithian mead. It's Louisa's family recipe. The elites. They make this the Lithian. And then we have a vanilla one as well.
I'll take some water.
Water.
That's
You're
a
in
lot.
the witch's teat. We have the coldest ales in town.
I don't want anything related to the teat.
Is it apple cider?
Ooh, I mean, Luisa calls it Panya cider. I don't know if that's like an area or something that she's.
It's a teat cider.
And Derek says, "Look here," or Fergus says, "Look here, little brother. You know exactly what it is. Panya is a fruit. It's grown up in North Breland, and that's the type of fruit that's used to make the cider. It's pretty strong. It's got a good kick to it." And Derek looks back and goes, "All right. You don't have to tell him all the fucking secrets. But anyway, yeah, that's what it is.
I'll have that.
All right. So a cider for you, bitter wine, or vanilla wine. Which was it?
The bitter wine.
Bitter wine. And you?
I wanna-
Water for you. I know.
I want to try them all, but I only want to get drunk on one thing. The best thing.
So we do a thing where whatever Luis has got for the week, we can give you like a small glass of each so you can try them all.
Yes.
All right, we'll do that for you. Good. All right.
Just out of curiosity, you don't happen to have a Dickens cider, do you?
Says no. Actually, they that company closed down.
Oh,
They're
that's
not,
a shame.
they're
That's
not-
a terrible shame.
They're not business anymore.
I had to. I couldn't help myself.
To be fair, it just wasn't that good.
You're right. It
Yeah,
wasn't that great, but it was endearing.
It's a shame there's no more Dickens cider.
He says, "All right, so you want a crow. That's where you get one of everything in a small glass.
Yes.
All right, so a crow for you, one of each. Water for the girl. Nothing for you. Oh no, you said you wanted a cider. Is that right? Cider and bitter wine for you. Okay.
Yes.
And he says, all right, Fergus, go get it for him. I'm gonna stay here and entertain.
Wasn't prepared.
And Fergus walks off, and he comes back with all your drinks and sets them down. And eventually his food comes out.
Thank you.
He says, so you folks are you new in town here?
I'm from Sharn.
Oh, okay, all right.
My first time in the
Yeah, you
Witch's
don't-
Teat. It's a wonderful
Well, I was
establishment.
gonna say you don't look much like a Dura type.
No, I prefer to be, up above. It's just,
Yeah, well,
it's
to be
just
fair-
my lot in life, I feel.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're far enough up. We're close enough to Middle Dura. You could, technically say we're in Middle Dura. It's really hard to tell, but we know you can tell it's not as trashy. It doesn't smell like shit around here all the time. So.
It's definitely a step up from where we've been today.
Oh yeah, I mean, you look a little dirty.
Yep.
Smell bad.
No,
Yeah, that was the were rat.
use a little prestidigitation to blow the dirt off. I didn't
Okay.
realize. Sorry, I didn't realize that I stepped into your establishment in such a manner and start blowing the dirt off all darn everybody.
He says, well,
Just a blow dryer.
it's no big deal. You folks, I mean, do you live around here?
Live? No. Currently not living in Sharn, just here on business, I suppose.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Um,
Well, hey,
Business and
we have rooms here. If you want to stay, it's one building over. It's technically not the same building. This is just a tavern. But me and Fergus, we both own. Mom owned both of these.
I see. Well, I mean, my belongings and effects are in another establishment
Oh well,
currently.
that's as long as you're drinking here, then we're okay with it.
Oh yeah. Well,
We hope you'll come back.
Oh, I've had such a wonderful time thus far. I don't see why I wouldn't.
Yeah, we'll have to come earlier when there's some meat on the menu for sure.
Oh well, like I said, we don't really have a cook. My brother Fergus, he does most of the cooking, and he's not really a great cook, to be honest. Don't tell him I said that. And you just hear Fergus, "Shut up, Durgus, I heard that." And
Durgus.
Shut up, Durgus.
and like Durgus is still standing on a chair, like talking to you. But he basically says, "Well, yeah, I mean, if you've got an idea for something to put on the menu."
Oh yes. There are plenty of ideas.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe if if we can rustle up a cook, that'll be real good.
Well, we'll keep
Well,
an
we
eye
just
out for
arrested
one.
a cook.
Yeah, we
What?
did.
Oh. Anything serious? He's going to be out soon. We'll hire him.
He's a rat man.
Oh no, we won't hire him. Take that back.
No, not
Yeah,
that
and
one.
he probably
He's
won't be
pretty
out
ugly.
anytime soon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He'll probably just die.
He'll
be
probably
honest.
rot in a dungeon somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. But if you run across anybody else that is a cook that's looking for work, send them our way.
Certainly, we will.
I've heard tale of a pastry warrior. If I find him, I'll send him your way.
I mean, I don't know if I need somebody to fight with their snacks, but if they make really good snacks, that's good.
Snack warrior.
Like I said, we're not much. We wouldn't mind expanding into having a full menu, but like I said, we just have enough so you got something in your stomach, so you can drink more. By the way, you want another? Did you like one of those, or do you want a whole other crow?
Which one did I like the best? How did the vanilla wine taste?
It's got a like a what's it, a cream soda sort of flavor to it, but not as strong. And there's an alcohol flavor behind it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take some of that.
He says, "All right, you which want a glass or you want a whole bottle?"
I'll take a bottle.
All right,
I
let
don't
me.
feel like throwing it up.
He says, "Fergus, does Louisa got a whole bottle of the vanilla we can bring out?" And he says, "Give me a second, Turgis. I'll tell you in a minute." He says, "I'm cooking up governor's breakfast for the folks over at table 6." He says, "All right." And
Are there people at table 6?
yeah.
How was the baked potato?
What do they look like?
I mean, it was. You felt like it could have been warmer, and the beans were cold. I think it was like all around a cold dish. Like it was cooked, but it's like it'd been sitting around for a while.
That's why they call it the hobo.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
But he eventually he comes out with a bottle and
You don't want to know how it was warmed up in the first place.
right. Yeah.
Ooh.
But he pulls out a corkscrew and pops the cork out of the bottle and sets it on the table and goes, "Well, do you want me to bring you a glass or? I mean, I don't know how you like to take it."
Anybody else want to try it?
Could you explain what it tastes like?
If I had to describe it in
We
a
gotta
way that
get
you
her
might
some
not
more.
understand,
Flavor crystals.
there are no flavor crystals in this. But it's like a creamy, bubbly sensation, but no bubbles. Almost like if I had to put a word on it, like a soda, like a cream soda.
There's bubbles in it?
No, I said bubbly without the bubbles.
It sounds delicious.
You know, like how you have like bubbles for your like your alchemy stuff, but it'd be like without no bubbles.
I just haven't drank anything with
Right.
bubbles in it.
It bubbles before and not afterwards,
Mhm.
and then you drink it.
No, I understand the concept.
Right. It's here. This is what you're left with. Do you want to try it?
No.
All right then.
I think we should all try something, and I'll flag Durgus down.
Okay.
And
he hops up on the chair. Oh yeah, what can I get for you there?
I need another round for my friends, and I'll pay for this one.
All right. What did you want to? Does everyone want a crow or do you?
Like
have
all I'm
specific-
doing is smelling my cider. Like I
Okay.
haven't tried to drink it or anything.
And I just have
Okay.
water, so
A crow for all of us.
A crow for the table.
A crow, yes, a crow for each of us.
Oh, all right, okay.
I think that it's high time that we recognize something.
He hops off and comes, but he does come back and. So it's like this, like if you ever heard of a flight of beer, it's like that.
Yeah.
It's a little.
I
long,
haven't. So I
It's
don't
like a
know.
long wooden plank that has holes in it, and the glasses sit in the holes, and each one is filled up, and it's got a little brass tab that tells you what the name of them is on each one. And he actually just has a number, and you can look up at the sign on the wall, like the chalkboard on the wall for what that week's numbers are that she's brewed up. But he'll set it down in front of each of you.
I'll set the bottle down.
And I'll grab one of the things off of the crow, and I'll say, we seem to work well together. I'm still not sure how, but we're really here to celebrate Oligar the Humble capturing his second bad guy to Oligar the Humble.
And actually turning it in this night. I just quickly shoved the drink into my mouth.
That hurts.
And I'll like daintily kind of like knock it back as much as I can without
Yeah, I mean it's
dribbling
just
all over.
it's like a beer flight. It's like 3 or 4 ounces.
Yeah, but it's still enough that like it's more than a mouthful, and I'm trying not to get it on my shirt.
I don't know which one I picked up, but I imagine.
So roll a d6 to see which one you picked up.
I just grabbed one at random.
I just picked up the first one
2.
because I've already
You picked
tasted
up the
them.
grog. It's just basic beer.
I picked up the 6.
A 6. You picked up the vanilla wine.
Yeah,
nice.
Ribbon
I got a
doesn't
1.
like it.
Yeah, it's not good beer. What'd you roll?
The one.
You picked up the Ondarian ale, which is a really nice ale. Tastes like ash.
Yep, I had the Ondarian because it was the first one.
Does not taste
I
like
just,
ash.
like, barely
it's,
sip
it's
on
like a very light IPA. It's got some citrus to it, but it also has like a really nice like creamy note on the bottom.
That sounds wonderful.
I'm gonna wash it down with the grog.
Okay, that tastes terrible.
It's wasted on me.
It's wasted on you.
No,
So you
get
taste
wasted
nothing at
with it.
all.
Everything tastes like ash.
She says we need flavor crystals.
That's just something she said. I never told her that.
And just while they're having this conversation, I'm just just down the.
So all in all,
All of
the
them.
total bill for your whole meal here will be. We had 1, 5. So yours with the 4 crows.
I had 4 crows.
4 crows and a glass of bitter wine is. Let's see, the bitter wine is 6 copper. The crows are 15 silver apiece.
Okay.
15 silver apiece. How much for the food?
You had
2
so
hobos
four
and then-
4 gold for your food.
Okay.
Or wait, no, 4 silver for your food. Sorry.
And the cider.
The cider is 5 copper for a glass.
How much is the water?
Water. Did you get food?
Yeah.
It's free.
Heck yeah, saving the money.
I put down 6 gold and 7 copper.
Okay.
That's 1 extra copper for a tip.
Okay.
Oh, and the bottle. I had the bottle. How much is the bottle?
Well, the bottle of vanilla wine is 8 silver
Is it 10 copper to make a gold?
to make it silver. 10 copper makes a silver. 10 silver makes a gold.
10, 10, 10.
Okay.
10 gold make a platinum.
A little pinker than usual. Gendrix is like, well, shall we make our way back to the captain's daughter? He's more like Jack Sparrow when he's drunk.
Are you okay over there?
I am wonderful.
You have a little speck of dust on you.
Psh, I'll blow it off.
Just eliminate the dirt.
Yeah. I
goes on a
am
cleaning spree.
clean.
As you guys are leaving, Fergus sort of walks over to you, opens the door for you, goes, "Oh well, thank you very much for coming to the Witch's Teeth this evening. Mom really appreciates. I know me and Durgus do too. We hope we'll see you back in a couple of days. I'm pretty sure you know all about it, but Orion's Crown, big holiday, celebrating the old god of knowledge there.
The old god of knowledge.
We'll be having a big festival here. You'll be able to we'll have a big crown made out of like paper mache, and you'll be able to pull little gems off of it and get free drinks.
What did you say the name of that festival was again?
Orion's Crown, Aureon.
Orion.
Orion, the god of law and knowledge.
Orion.
Orion's Crown is in 2 days.
That sounds like a grande time.
I believe I will be back to celebrate Orion's crown with you.
Well, we'll certainly
Shurgus and
appreciate it.
Blurgus.
Well, Fergus and Durgus.
Fergus and Durgus. I knew I was close.
How about we just get you back to your room?
The brothers Simpike.
The brothers
And you see
Senpai.
Durgus like hops up on a stool, and they do look pretty similar. They're obviously not brothers. One of them is a fucking halfling, and one of them is a human.
And I'll start like composing a song as we walk away. The brothers that were not brothers, and just like off into the night.
Okay.
And I'm just nursing my bottle as we go.
Nursing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, City Watchman stops you and goes, "Sir, you're not allowed to have that outside." He says, "I'm just pulling your chain." And he walks on.
God damn it.
But yeah, so as you guys make your way back to the cabin, so you can see people are starting to put up these like decorations on like the door frames and on there. They're basically like these stylized crowns that have lots of different colored gems in them. People are preparing for Orion's Crown, which, as I said, is in 2 days.
I forgot about Orion's crown. It's actually kind of a nice festival.
We should stay.
Perhaps we should go back and see the brothers Senpike for the festival.
Well, we do still have to investigate the prostitutes.
Don't sound so drab about us. We're making a name for ourselves.
How
Name.
about we just get you back to the tavern?
Yes, that sounds wonderful.
The tavern.
You got another piece of dust on you. I think it's just really dusty out here.
And it just starts blowing shit out. Damn dust.
You guys make your way back to the captain's daughter. There is a rousing party going on here, as there is just about every night. People dancing and the halfling with the dulcimer playing.
But is it Peg Leg Annie?
They don't play Peg Leg Annie. Nobody has requested Peg Leg Annie today.
I will pick off the last little pieces of what I need for drunk people passed out in corners.
Okay. Yep, but you guys make it back to the captain's daughter, and that's where we'll end for tonight.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Outside of game, we need to make a cleaning company because I feel like Gendrix would do really well with a cleaning company.
Just running around using magic on everything.
Yeah. Dust? Oh no.
Not the dust.
Did you hit stop stream, Seth? No, you didn't.
I was like, we're just putting stuff on.